Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Summer Jam, where we are going to wrap up the night with some top 8 Tekken action. My name is Bloodhawk, and I'm with the legend, Mr. Spooky himself. How you doing tonight, Vic?
What's going on, everybody? I'm feeling great. I'm happy to be here at a Big E Gaming event. It's been quite a while. I used to be one of the main streamers for these, but now I'm excited to be kind of a little bit of a spectator and see some spectacular matches here as a part of this Tekken World Tour Challenger event. 220 points for first place, 150 points for second place. Remember those numbers because we got a big 3 that we're going to be talking to you about soon that care about that number 1, that number 2.
Yep. Challenger event, the tour wraps up in November, so the opportunities are dwindling ever so slowly. And our first match, we got ready to go on the stage right now. We got Vesper versus Shadow, and he's one of the men that could be wanting those 220 points if he wins this event.
Yeah, true that, true that. So props to Vesper, who I gotta say is the big underdog in this top 8. Came all the way through winner's side. Some huge upsets, especially in the pools portion, but even during the semifinals. And now he's placed himself into a position where, you know, the eyes are on him all over the world. This is a big one because, as you mentioned, near November, we're going to be reaching near the end of that schedule where you can even gain any new points. So all across the world, people are having eyes on this event, and they're looking real interesting at Vesper and see what he's all about.
Yeah, you see that you mentioned Vesper. He's about to play with that great win over Anakin yesterday. I've seen Vesper play so many times. Him and Ty are 2 guys that come up to our New York City locals every month, and I've watched this guy play for so many years, and it's just like, he's got the skills, he's got the ability, but sometimes that mental, right? Sometimes you get in your own way, and sometimes that. But yesterday
is his day.
Yesterday he managed to beat Anakin, and then managed to keep going. Sometimes you beat a big guy like that, and you're like, sometimes you're mentally spent, right? And then sometimes you flub it up right at the finish line. He managed to qualify winner's side top 8, but he's got another big titan in his way in Shadow.
True that. So while they set up for this match, everybody, let me tell you about some of the other matches that you're going to see very soon in this top 8. Winner's side, we got Vesper versus Shadow that you're about to see. We also have Genghis Don versus Nashi. Props to both. Okay, well done. We got Joonya, the brother of Shadow 20Z, on the loser side versus Joey Fury. And then we have Ty up against Pork Chop. Speaking of, unfortunately, Pork Chop did not think that he would make top 8. And so he's not in attendance for the top 8 finals. I'm sorry, everyone. He's going to end in 7th place, which is going to get him 25 tour points. But he's not going to be able to progress any further from that.
I'm sorry for everyone that...
I'm disappointed, personally. He got some good wins.
Yeah, I'm sorry for everybody that lost the Poke Chop on the way. I think he beat Trizzy yesterday to make top 8. That was the final match. So, you know, if you're Trizzy, you might be a little heated.
He's like, oh, come on, man. Trizzy worked really hard, too, with the Yoshi.
If you're Poke Chop, though, it's like, it's not my problem. I beat you, though. It's like...
I'm just better.
It's the ultimate gatekeeper, right? You beat him and then you leave.
Better than you are.
Yep.
What are you going to do about it?
But Shadow and Vesper's been playing the Bob a lot. He's got a bunch of characters in the back pocket. I've seen, you know, we saw the Bob today and yesterday. We've seen, he's got a Lee, he's got a Noctis, he's got a Negan. You guys play so many characters to learn the game, but the Bob has been looking really good. Shadow... You see a lot of the Zafina these days, but don't forget, you know, that man was a Claudio main.
He also has a lot of different characters, too. He's kind of, during the teams portion, he was joking that he's a Tekken Tag 2 baby. And
he was.
A Tag 2. Yes. He was encouraged to play a lot of different characters, and some of those are still on his roster. Every now and again, he pulls out that Kazuya, you know, and gets people salty with it.
If I remember right, his 2 Tag 2 teams I remember him playing was Heihachi Kazuya and Zafina Anna.
Yes.
And... 3 out of those 4 characters are characters that he still uses in Tekken 7.
He still plays Anna. I fought against it.
It's scary.
It's pretty good.
But we're getting into game 1 of top 8 here. The Zafina versus the Bob on Dragon's Nest. Bob's got some really good, you know, really beefy mids, so you don't have to worry as much about like the Zafina stances making stuff whiff weirdly. But that backdash and that sidestep movement, you still got to be aware of.
Her movement is superior, but getting Dragon's Nest is kind of, you know, good off the bat. The worst thing that can happen is starting off with an infinite stage or something like that. Nice answer. That is a mid-high.
Nice block. Keeping it simple at the beginning. Challenging with the wall standing 4 on tech roll and showing the hell sweep early.
He's first to the mark every time. Got the wall and he's working it well.
Yes,
Shadow trying to get away with those quick steps.
You got to be aware of that rage drive.
Ooh, the movements.
And
wow, excellent answer right underneath.
Try to readjust to get the clean wall split, and he does.
Sick combo and the conversion.
And now you got to watch out for the rage drive.
It's close to even. Plus frames like crazy. Deal with it. You cannot low parry after that rage drive. It does not work.
You have to block. But then you saw it looked like all Vesper, and then Shadow just little by little brought back that first round. And that's what Vesper has to be ready for.
I can definitely commend Vesper's offense so far, though. He's the one definitely trying to work Shadow back.
Almost any other Zafina I've seen willing to weave in between, in and out of those moves. I see a lot of Zafina players use that tarantula stance a lot.
Absolutely. Great way to keep your opponent confused and a good way to create some offense.
Yep.
That's unorthodox.
Power
Nice
crush.
belly.
He's got the wall.
knockdown. Again, but this time it didn't work. And Shadow using the stance, working the lows. Big trade. Got the woo! What a conversion. I didn't mean to yell. That was crazy.
I mean,
Down 4-1-2. Tried to whip punish, but Vesper's still in there. Nice step. And Vesper survived thanks to the step. Well done.
yes, Vesper's got to believe that when it gets to close like that, he's got to believe in his own clutch factor. As long as the round's not over, you still have a chance to win.
Do that. 1+2 from the stance and got a mini conversion.
Oh, but this is
Shadow
looking like all
working the
Shadow
wall
right now. And again, that tarantula load taking out the legs. Just showing his mastery of this character. It's not just backdashing and poking. It's the stances, it's the stance pressure. It's so many options that you don't necessarily see out of a run-of-the-mill Zafina online.
1-0 for Shadow. His Vesper stage pick. So far, Shadow looks as usual, confident self.
Going straight for rematch, though. You mentioned earlier the Dragon's Nest.
It's an acceptable stage versus Zafina, I think.
Yeah. You don't want to necessarily go. You don't want to go to Infinite because then you can't pin her down as easily.
She's gonna run.
Yeah.
She's fast.
And a lot of those rounds until the final one were pretty close.
True that. His offense definitely works against Shadow here. I think it's a matter of just better decision making.
Yeah, it's his defense, right? Once Shadow gets the pressure and starts.
Oh, good bounce! Nice conversion. He was looking for the max damage with that.
Yeah, it's once Shadow starts getting the pressure and starts weaving that stance pressure in, that's when Vesper starts to, lose the rounds.
Absolutely. Down back 2.
If you can keep Shadow guessing, you might be able to take the second game.
He's starting to go deep into move list himself, just like Shadow is.
Yep.
Nice little mini crouch.
Nope. Double low.
Big in close battle, but the down forward 2 from Shadow.
Going under the jabs.
All the way to the wall.
Clean wall splat. Is this dead? Yes, it is.
It is tough.
Round 3. Fight.
Round number 3. Shadow 20Z in control. Okay.
Yeah.
Could have got a little more than that, but we'll take it.
We do have the up forward 4, the new little hop kick from Bob.
Yeah, pretty nice. High only, but still a good launch. Mid.
Sliding in, controlling the wall here. Nice punish, trying to get some space.
He does have the range to work with. What a step.
Couldn't get the conversion, but the down 3 clips him, and now it's match point for Shadow to move on into the winners finals. Yeah, when Vesper is forced to block all this stance pressure, he doesn't really have an answer. Now we see the 10 hit.
10 string. He ducked it, but he didn't respond.
Ooh.
Big counter hit. This
Full
is what
combo.
he needed.
Cashes out for damage.
Down forward
No
2.
punish?
Didn't
Oh,
punish, but he took
sweep.
the L sweep.
He's waiting.
Oh,
no.
He basically handed it over to him.
Still has a chance, though. Not a good wall splat, but again.
Shadow 20Z. Once he missed the hell sweep, it was kind of curtains.
That's the worst feeling, too, when it's not even that they blocked it. It's just like the low whiffs completely.
They have so much time to react to what's happening.
It's like, oh, okay. It's mine now. It's like, thank you.
My bad.
Good try from Vesper. He's going to get one more shot in losers bracket, but
Absolutely.
Shadow
He's going to have a strong chance down there.
Yeah, Shadow's moving on. I think, to me, it's like Shadow, Joey, Ty are like maybe the big 3 to take this tournament, and Shadow has the best chance now winning that match and securing his shot in winners finals.
Yep, so the 3 players feeling the heat at Summer Jam, as you mentioned. Genghis Don is
Don as well.
Is the
You
highest
can't forget about Don.
on the point standings right now.
Yeah.
So Genghis Don, he actually has an opportunity to get himself within the top 17 or so. Right now, he's sitting at 365 points.
Yeah.
A win would get him above 12th place, which would be above Book That's crazy because we know how crazy Book is. If he gets second place, he'd be above Sergi Master. So pretty nice.
Yeah.
For Shadow 20Z, a win will get him around 14th place. Pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty much in there. And for Joey, a win would get him around 17th place, right above where Sephi Black is right now. A pretty good spot. We were discussing this before, but the magic number right now is around 451 points.
Yes.
That's the cutoff.
That's where Tetsu is, I believe, at the moment.
Yeah, so you want to get kind of above that just to secure yourself into a place where you can qualify and you can try to grind some more points in the last few events.
Yeah, and all these guys, all the 3 of those guys you mentioned, they have no challenger event placings, so they're going to get the full value for whatever points they get this weekend. And Shadow, we didn't mention at the time, next weekend he's going to Italy for only the best, so he's grinding out as many challenger events in a row as he can.
Only the best 5. I'm very excited for that one.
Yeah, but now we got Genghis Don, 3rd place at EVO, trying to maintain that great momentum with a good placing here. Like you said, first place would put him very deep into the leaderboard.
The best part about Genghis right now is that somehow, as they're checking to see if they're ready to go. They're looking for the thumbs up from the homies. I was going to say for Genghis that right now he's in a position where he's still, even though he's doing so well, he's kind of like, he's like under the radar. And people are kind of noticing him, but they're not really giving him their full attention yet. And that's very strong for him. He's been grinding out. He's been doing well at some of the various events. And he's coming at the angle of Katarina a lot of the time, which is a character that's not considered like the highest on the tier list or anything like that. But she's a very good tournament character. She's very tricky.
Yeah, we've seen people like Grilanda use that character to great effect. But Nashi, this man was a mainstay of the Northeast scene in 2017, 18, 19. And then unfortunately COVID happened, pandemic, online. Didn't really care about playing online tournaments, so it's like he kind of disappeared. But his boy Joey's here.
Yeah, he's a long-time training partner of some of the various players on the tour. Spiro as well. Even we fought in tournament. He beat me at ECT a while back, the last time we played.
But it's like it's like I was telling Joey the other earlier today. It's like Nashi was cryogenically frozen and then unfrozen just for this tournament, and it's like nothing has changed. Really strong performance this weekend. But
he always was someone that liked Feng too. So in the current meta where Feng is so strong thanks to his buffs and the weaknesses of some of the other DLC characters, he's in the perfect position to do well. It is Nashi on the player 1 side, by the way, and Genghis Don is on the player 2. Just for those keeping score at home. We'll
see if Nashi is ready to deal with this Katarina. First round went to Genghis Don, but Nashi looking real good in this second round. Oh,
nice low parry.
The level 1, so when Katarina has so many transitions in the Harrier, the 4-4, the down 2 and stuff. The level 1 option is sidestep right duck to avoid the high and get away from the options, but everything has a counter, and the Katarina can see that you're doing that and either choose not to go in the Harrier or just change up the timing of the buttons they throw out to counteract that sidestep duck option select, or fuzzy guard if you want to talk about it. So
yeah, that's important to talk about because that's how Genghis is going to establish his mind game with that Harrier. Yep. He's going to look at Nashi's defensive options, and based on that, he's going to create a plan of attack.
Yes. It's like, okay, you're going to do this sidestep right duck. Well, then what if I don't go into Harrier at all? Now you're just wasting frames doing nothing, reacting to nothing. So
down back 3, getting him some mileage here, but Genghis with a small lead. If in the stage in this matchup kind of creates a take your time attitude between both players. Ooh, big counter hit and got the conversion. It's all guaranteed there. You got to take those.
And that's why that counter hit high is so scary out of the Harry. That's why you want to duck it, but he's got a million mids.
1-1-4 got the knockdown.
It's the punt. Nice block.
Kept himself in the round with that one. Down back 3. Nashi just trying to get out of there. Ooh, almost got a pickup. Genghis.
Try to go for the punch parry, but
hop kick didn't work.
Spin, keeping it close. Oh, but the chunky blows.
3-3-3. He confirmed it. Genghis. No, that's one thing I really love about this character. When she was originally introduced, she was designed to be easy. For anybody that just wants to pick up the game, hey, press this 4-4-4 and this 3-3-3 and you can do well. But we find at the high level, especially the 3-string, as a mid confirmable, you can make it semi-safe depending on how you confirm it.
12 frames as well, I think it is.
Yeah, and you can do it not only from standing, but it's also a move that you can do from crouch too, which is pretty interesting. I like that about it. And it's the type of move that is so simple, but yet it's so usable in so many different ways.
Yeah. Like, a complicated mix-up necessarily is the best. You've seen people like Anakin, for example, Jack, super simple character. You're doing jackhammer, down back 1, stuff like that. You can layer on so much mind games with just very simple tools, and Katarina is a similar way.
She's very good for that.
You see Joey trying to give some advice to Nashi going in.
I imagine he's going to stick with the Fang.
I mean, he has the Eddie.
Yes.
But we only saw
I haven't seen that in a while.
He saw it yesterday. He had to play Hodor, who's also a Fang player from upstate. And, you know, instead of playing the mirror match, I know a lot of people don't like mirror matches in fighting games. He brought out the Eddie instead and clutched out the win with that. But, yeah, the Fang is the main choice usually.
All right, going with the cereal.
Keeping walls. Katarina, amazing wall carry, amazing wall damage. But
she has some pretty good like balcony combos too. She's
Yep.
got some nice stuff with that.
Yep.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what the adjustments is. Katarina's such a weird character too, because on paper it's really hard for her to get in. She has very telegraphed ways of getting in with Harrier or running moves and stuff. But once she does get in, she is very hard to get off you. She's the lows with the disjointed hurt boxes like that, but nice hop kick, going for Hungry Tiger Ender.
4-string.
Punch parry.
Nice 2-2.
Yeah.
And keeping it going. All right, Genghis worked his way from the wall.
Back out the mid-screen.
Nashi looking for a counter hit to try to close it out.
One launch, one big hit right now.
Meanwhile, Genghis was working small and he found what he needed. Genghis Don.
And the thing is, like you said, that multi-hitting move, it's so long, it's so easy to hit confirm. So, if you don't tell, you can, stop it at any point and go into Harrier after, 3 hits, I believe.
You can even be unsafe if you want to be funny and decide to finish at the last second. And you really can create your own kind of pace with that. Genghis, again, a nice lead. Nashi's the one trying to work their way from the wall now.
Yeah, it's a lot of these rounds have been Genghis getting, a good lead and then kind of slowing the pace down. It's now you have to come to me and make a mistake, and then Nashi overextends.
Yeah.
Nashi overextends, and now 2 rounds in a row just whiff punishing with that 3-string. And now we're up to set point.
Way smarter than having to chase Fang.
Yep.
Oh, big counter
hit. Can we hit the wall?
They could get all the way to the wall with this.
Clean
got
wall
it.
splat.
Oh my God, Genghis, please. That was a reset.
Yeah, it wasn't a guaranteed stomp, but
he was looking for a low.
50-50, yep.
No, he didn't get the wall splat.
Nice block.
Nice block.
Not the best punish.
No
nice
parry.
low parry, but the wall's going to screw him up.
It's a last chance here for Nashi.
Spends
we do have the rage.
What do we have here?
Still living, Nashi.
Nice.
He got it.
Can we kill?
Work those leg lifts. Wall is there. We need one more. Nice. He waited for the spring.
Yeah, the back Kempo would have gotten away from the get-up kicks as well.
Excellent work, Nashi. Staying alive.
Nice
12-frame punish. He took it.
Yep.
That's the trade of a thing, baby. Those shoulders. Woo! The mix.
Sometimes
he can't tell where he's going.
Sometimes all it takes is one big round to just change the whole momentum in this game. Oh, no punish.
But down back 3's got him the lead. Nice break.
Gives up the wall pressure. Down back 3. Gotta watch out for the hop kick on the standing
Counter hit 4. Here comes the balcony.
Can't
She's
kill,
got rage
though.
art available. Nope.
Nice.
Oh, Genghis. I'm pretty sure he could have done a much better combo than that.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to reset.
All right.
The balcony break, once you pick the balcony, there's a damage scaling bonus, 5%. So it's you couldn't have killed with any combo, so he wanted to keep him close. But Nashi trying to bring it all back.
Sidestep. Nice low parry again. He's starting to smell those quick lows.
Don't go low on the kid.
That's right. Little defensive tick there from Genghis.
Breaks the
Hands off.
2-throw. The wall's on the left side. Nice
Good low.
block.
He's blocking all of them.
But the hop kick. The wall's going to mess this up. No. Oh, the combo messed
close.
up,
Good block. It's close again, Nashi. Auto sidestep, and he goes for the jabs to close it out. Genghis was trying to reestablish positioning.
He was on the verge of just getting taken out of the turn. Sent to losers, I'm sorry. And it all came down to one low parry in that 3rd round. And that was winning that round. The whole momentum shifted. The whole mental of the game shifted. And then a couple of more clutch low parries and very critical moments from Nashi.
Well done.
It's 1-1 right now.
He definitely found something in Genghis' timing there. It's going to be up to him to change it up. Going to the arena.
I'm telling you, man, it's like Nashi was frozen in ice for 3 years. Joey
just to come back this weekend.
Joey unfroze him, and it's like the Tekken skills
Like Han Solo?
The Tekken skills were exactly the same. It's like nothing ever changed, man. Everybody else changed around them, but Nashi's like, I can still play Tekken. I got Fang.
Well, I told you at Summer Jam that Genghis was going to be feeling the heat. Definitely in this game 3. This is a critical one for him.
All right, we're going to the arena for this final game. Winner moves on to play Shadow in Winners Finals. Is Nashi going to play Spoiler for Genghis's TWT hopes?
He's showing his back. That's rude. 3-3 series into Harrier.
Oh, again, the 1-1
again. Oh, you don't know how to deal with this, huh?
Counter hit, big stomp. That's like 40% right there.
Good low is close. Oh, slow motion.
He low parried that in the second game, but Genghis Don not deterred. It's still a great round ender, like you saw right there.
Nice, excellent tracking there, Genghis.
Again, the 1-4s.
He's definitely been great at boxing Nashi this whole set. Low parry. He smelled it. And then he dealt it.
3-3 string.
Full convert off the 3. Fake out. Nice.
All right, 2 quick rounds from Genghis, but this is what the story was the second round. Can Genghis just close the door on Nashi?
Oh, he bet it. He bet it and it worked. Taking the shoulder for the big damage.
That's the 1+2, trying to keep the pressure on the wall, not trying to let.
Oh, it crushed the mid. What the heck?
It went under the forward too.
That was sick.
Her hurt box disappears when she does that full crush low.
Oh, insanity. Nice answer, and Nashi.
The man of 1,000 punch parry setups.
He's very good with the Sabaki. He really hits those. Ooh, good off the step as well.
Back one, the big stop sign.
Sit down.
Finishing the strings.
It's working right now.
Oh, went underneath the high.
Sabaki.
Yep.
This time Genghis went low, and he got himself some good damage too while Nashi was trying to get up.
Break the 2 throw. Nashi's got his back to the wall. He's got to try and get away.
1-4 again. It's working. Got the wall flat.
He's
Genghis.
Dead. No, he's not.
Karate Kick. Ooh, almost. And Genghis Don is going to make it 2-1. Win the semifinal. Going to put himself guaranteed into the top 3. And even closer to that critical 220 points that he's looking for.
What an explosive match between those two.
That was great.
Adjustments on the fly. It's like with Nashi, both these guys, honestly, it's not over until it's over. Even with that last little sliver of health that Genghis Don left him with right there, was still a chance. 1 punch parry, 1 hop kick, 1 low parry. He could have kept it in.
He was definitely guessing. He was going super active defense there. Lots of Sabakis, low parries, and all that good stuff. But Genghis Don survived it well, and we'll see him very soon against Shadow 20Z.
Yep. But now we're going to move on to the losers bracket. And speaking of Shadow, the big brother, Joonya, is going to go up against Nashi's buddy, Joey Fury. And you said Joey, Joey's also one of these guys that wants TWT
He's one of the ones that's
right?
in the heat here at Summer Jam. He's looking for a win the most, but even second place would be pretty good. A win for him right now will put him at about 470 points on the tour. That puts him right above Sephi Black at about 17th place. If he gets second place, he'll get 400, which is not quite hitting that 451 mark, but it puts him in striking range, right?
Yeah, still a bunch of challenger events and a couple of masters. We got, Tiger Uppercut, Rev Major, Only the Best next week, like we mentioned earlier.
I'm so excited.
There's still a lot of, high value tournaments, and it's still, there's dojos and stuff. There's still lots of places, like 2-3 months left where you can still, scrape some TWT points last minute if you have to.
Absolutely, guys. And if you're interested in the tour and you want to see where the stops are and see if something is in your area, don't forget to follow BNE Esports on Twitter. Make sure to check them out and check out the rest of the tour. If you think this is awesome and you love what you see, check out one of the tour stops near you, whether it's a dojo, a challenger, a master, or whatever you can find. And I hope that you guys will enjoy being a part of the community.
You can check out this man's timeline, Twitter timeline. You were doing a lot of content this weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. So right now what they're doing is they're calling the Tekken Ambassador Program. And the idea is they're sending people to check out all the different little challenger events and have a good time and see what they're all about. For me, I love the Biggie Gaming Tournament Series, Winter Brawl, Summer Jam, NEC. I was happy to be here and be a part of it and check it out. And I was also happy to have fun in Philadelphia and do some things I don't normally do. Check out the Rocky statue and, check out some museums and have a good time. I got to check out the Liberty Bell, which is something I've never done before, even though I've been here so many times. And, enjoyable experience.
Yeah,
get to see the heart of Philadelphia.
For me personally, my first big, regional Tekken event was an NEC 18 years ago in 2005. Like just
Sounds
seeing
about
like
right.
just seeing like high-level Tekken players from scenes that were, at least for me at the time because I was young, like too far for me to travel to regularly. It's an eye-opening experience.
Absolutely.
So,
The Big Eric tournaments were one of my original inspirations for what I do. So I'm happy to be back as a part of it. And I'm extra happy to see this match. We got Joonya with the signature Eliza, one of the characters that he's well known for. And it looks like Joey Fury has opted to start things off with Marduk.
FaZe Clan, Love and Claire Cleaners. Joey Fury with the Marduk going up against Joonya's Eliza. He too has a Katarina in the back pocket. I believe he pulled it out yesterday for a match.
Yeah, so these two players, they know each other well.
Yes.
They've had an opportunity to compete well. I don't think there's going to be too many surprises from each other here. It's really going to come down to who's more hungry tonight.
Yep. I think like all of these players in this top 8 are very, evenly skilled. Like, matter of inches, matter of percentage points.
True.
Like you said, any given Sunday. But Joey looking real good this weekend with the Marduk. Recently, I'd been bringing the Jack 7 back into the rotation, but he was like, you know what, Marduk's feeling real good.
I used to like when you would play as Paul. I haven't seen him in a while, but his Paul was one of my favorites.
Yeah, he was like, season to season, he's like one of the biggest examples of just switching characters depending on what you feel is strong at the moment, and that Marduk is looking real strong with that first round.
There's a minimal scaling when you use the air catch grab, so it's a good way to finish someone off.
Yep.
Popular trick with Kings too, of course.
Oh, the VTS one
Slam
throw.
down.
Big choke slam. No Oki, but everyone's usually trying to break the 2 grab because that gives better Oki. So you just throw him the curveball every so often.
Yeah, you bring up something important there. That's like a default thing that most players do in Tekken 7. As Joey's going to close out this round. Because 2 breaks both types of generic throws, it's a good throw break to default 2. You'll cover all those 2 break only throws, and you'll also cover the 1s and the 2s. The basic stuff. Joey looking very strong in the first round.
Big
so far,
counter
Joonya can't not get any momentum started.
Gonna explode the life bar good, 35%. The down 3, a little bit extra, 40. Now we see the VTS 2 throw. Great Oki here. Just outside of rage. Counter hit while standing 2. How much damage can we get off of it? Can we get the wall?
Not quite.
Just short of the wall.
Mid.
It's got almost a full bar. Could do a lot of damage here.
Joey's definitely waiting for Joonya to make a mistake and finish the job.
Ooh.
Good guess. I really love that move. That move's very deceptive. So it's a mid counter hit starter, but it also is very good for situations where the other person is really hungry for their lows. They're probably going to go for a mix-up and they're going to sneak their quick low in there or backdash low, something like that. It's so good for hopping right over that and landing you the big damage at the critical moment.
Yeah, like Marduk doesn't have a normal hop kick like other characters like Paul or Fang or Katarina or something like that. So that's usually one of his go-to options. He does have the delayed hop kick, which we've seen many times in the past from Joey.
It's important to use in your arsenal too, because otherwise you're kind of giving the opponent that opportunity to use their quick lows on you all the time. This move is a great way to just shut them down and let them know, hey, it's not okay to go for this.
Yeah, and even if it doesn't hit counter hit, it knocks them down and keeps them close, so you can run up on them, set up a VTS tackle or anything else. But really strong 3 rounds from Joey right there. Marduk looking real clean.
This is the losers bracket, so they are playing for their tournament life.
I mean, the person that put Joey into losers bracket is the man currently waiting in winners final, Shadow.
Yes.
So
Shadow had an exceptional tournament. I don't even know how he did it. It's
I
crazy.
think Shadow's maybe definitely top 2 right now in the country for me. He's level of consistency right now. At any given time, any of these players could be number 1, but for me right now, in my opinion, I think it's Shadow.
So Joonya chose to change it up. He's opting for the Katarina here.
Yeah, he plays it very differently from Genghis Don that we saw just earlier. You see a lot of empty Harrier into nothing.
Hands off. Ooh, he was out of range. And Joey Fury took advantage of that moment to establish some great pressure, lands some lows. And Joonya looking a little apprehensive with the pressure here.
Yeah, just little pokes here, not trying to commit to anything big. Wants to counter hit Joey, but Joey not taking the bait. That down 4-4 counter hit, big starter, but she's got some better ones right now. You saw Genghis Don earlier with the down 2 into Harriers, a great counter hit starter. And back 4, I think, the mid crotch kick that she has strings out of is also a great counter hit tool. It's like you see Joonya playing, the way he's kind of playing is like kind of like maybe like a Season 2 Katarina, where it's like you don't see a lot of the newer stuff.
Yeah, he's just picking his moments.
And Joey right now unfazed, no pun intended.
Big extension and tried to create some Oki from it.
Steps.
Joonya poking away. Counter hit 4.
How much can we get out of this? We're going to push towards the opposite wall. Moha.
Close.
Lucky float with the jabs. But the side wall couldn't get anything.
Good crouch, and then he used the full crouch to get a nice low in there. And a good mix-up as well.
And you saw.
All right, Joonya.
We're talking about it earlier with Genghis. Like, empty Harrier into stuff can be an option, but the down 1+2 going under the high clean wall splat. Going for the no break.
We're going the other way. Ooh. Oh, he tried to reset it. Nice hop. Relax, buddy. Oh! Whoa, please.
The wall is getting in the way of a lot of these combos. You see Joey just trying to take... You'll see him be really aggressive and then take his time because he doesn't want to run into a hop kick or a counter hit move. Ooh,
wow, he was looking to land his own counter hit. You like going under buttons, huh? So do I.
Yeah, and for a character that's so explosive like Marduk, I think Joey's big selling point as a character, as a player, is his defense. He's usually really strong defensively and willing to wait for his big opportunity like
excellent
that.
Block at the wall standing 3 punish.
One throw to switch sides.
Let's
great.
Get you over here. This wall looks dangerous.
Big
extra
back
dangerous.
three.
Now that was sick. Get
no
up
break
here.
Again. Reset. Tackle. Oh, trying to go for the
Trying to mix
BTS
him
throw.
again. Single hop kick, mixed it up. And Joonya's still alive. Looking for anything big.
You see that 4-3? You were talking about it earlier.
It gets extra dangerous right around this time.
One knockdown, down 3.
Ooh,
no.
Counter hits. And Joey Fury is going to close it out 2-0. Joonya 20Z with an excellent performance here at Summer Jam. He's going to end up at 7th place, landing himself 45 points on the Tekken World Tour.
Not a bad showing, 7th place. Like I said, like all 8 of these guys in this bracket.
They're too good. They're too good.
The game is so, there's so much history between them. They've ran into each other, and like we said earlier, any given Sunday, the result could have been different between these two. Joonya could have came out on top, but today it's Joey's time.
Yep. All right. So Joey is gonna stay alive
no,
in losers bracket.
These two.
Here we go. All right. This is the last one in losers bracket. We already see Ty stepping up to the plate. Once again, guys, if you're enjoying yourselves, thank you for checking us out here at Biggie Gaming Summer Jam. Don't forget to follow here, twitch.tv/BFuTechie. Follow Biggie Gaming. Follow BNE Esports. Follow Lord Bloodhawk, of course. And follow me, T Spooky, if you guys are having a good time. Thank you to all the players that came out. We're still in round 1 of the top 8. Yeah. And we still got the 3 major heaters, all right? Summer Jam, the 3 ones feeling the heat. Losers quarters. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Pork Chop was eliminated at 7th place. My bad, guys. So we're moving on to the losers quarterfinal. Sorry about that.
So I was looking at Ty versus Vesper. Training partners, travel buddies. These two guys had a really great run so far, but, man. It sucks having to eliminate or be eliminated by your friends.
Hey, this happens so often, though, in these big tournaments. I just got back from Brussels Challenge, and top 2 was 2 training partners. It was Joker and... Man, I can't think of his name right now, but they're training partners all the time. They play constantly. They ended up in grand finals against each other.
All right, these guys getting into it right away. Loses round 2, loses quarterfinals. Loser goes home.
Sook.
It's going to be the Marduk versus the Bob. I mentioned earlier Vesper's got a lot of characters in the back pocket, but it looks like the Bob is what he's choosing this weekend. I think it's good for him to choose one character and just commit to it for the whole.
By the way, I was thinking of Rife. Dragon's Rife. He was the one that got 1st place at that one versus Joker. Shout out to both monsters. Sook, of course, it's tied for the smallest stage in the whole game. A very popular choice by Brian players in tournament.
Now, let the show begin.
With these big boys, that means less room. More time to go havoc.
These guys play each other quite often, so you might see some weird decisions, like that power crush right from the beginning. Get off me. Great low parry. Combo, flip over Oki. Stomp on him. Get off me with the power crush.
Vesper says it's my turn now. Let's get back to this mid screen. Quick
Yep.
little low fake out.
And that Bob jab is going to be really good for trying to control the Marduk.
It's got insane range. Tackle into mix.
Max delay on the punches too, really just to throw. Some people just like commit to a block right away, and you just kind of feel them out.
It's like a mini game all its own there.
Yep.
Figuring out how they like to use the tackle and how to counteract it. But at the end of the day, the situation always favors Marduk.
Yep. Controlling the wall here, even though he's low.
Ooh,
The
nice
Python
low.
explosion comes out, faking him out with the VTS, not committing, and then just getting him with the mid. Bob, one of the characters. Like you block that Marduk down 4, that unparryable low. Bob gets the launch.
Looking for the wall. He almost got it.
Nice,
Nice. Vesper fighting back with the wall standing 2-1.
We're gonna try and get the high wall splat. No, just regular combo.
Plus frames.
Trade.
Ty tried to get away with the down back 4, and he does. That move becomes extra good at the wall because you can take advantage of the wall splat situation to get some free damage.
Ty with rage. Vesper trying to be careful. He doesn't want to get clipped now. This is the best round he's had so far in this game. First game. Oh, not again!
Come on. I've seen this movie already.
All right.
Rage drive.
you
Time
still
to
got one
guess.
chance.
No, he faked them out. He switched the option 2 once.
And if you're Vesper, it's like, man, now that's if you count the previous game, that's 2 games in a row now that's happened to you. You've whiffed the low on the hell sweep, and then
That's
you
like
have the mid block.
that's static. You know what I'm talking about? Every other time you hit the hell sweep on the tip perfect, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason right now I just can't do it right. I don't know what's going on.
And you've lost 2 games in a row now because of it. Like Vesper, you gotta you got this far. It's like, man, top 8. You know, you've proven that you can fight these monsters. You did it with Anakin. But he's switching to the Negan now.
Interesting.
Some people, it's just like, it could work, and then it's like, is it because he's given up on the Bob?
I mean, I like this character. We don't see him a lot here when we play on the East, but I think
Yeah.
this guy's a super good tournament character. His move list makes me think of, it's weird to describe it like this, like a slimmed down Devil Jin move list or something like that. He's kind of silly at just keeping you controlled. We'll see if Vesper can make it work.
And this character, I don't think a lot of people notice it. This character has a deceptively good sidestep. He can sidestep situations. It's like almost as good as Lily sometimes, it feels like. He can step in situations where you would think it wouldn't work. Infested from Korea uses this character a lot. See? Nice
Oh,
block.
good block. And the full punish. He's looking to optimize the wall carry. And he got it.
No,
No,
but didn't dash
Vesper.
up.
Vesper, no.
You gotta finish your play.
It's that static, I'm telling you.
Don't let him bully you. Nice
The-
block. No,
No,
that's not
down
the
forward 2,
punish.
bad idea. And the rage drive is getting so dangerous. Slam down. Eat it. You got to guess. Nice block.
Ooh, didn't commit.
Ty, he's in and out. That was so good. Bob and weave.
Yeah, Ty senses blood in the water.
Down forward 2. Didn't work. But Vesper working this wall.
Another power crush to get him off him.
Nice mix-ups too. Ty, he's so unpredictable.
Yeah, he's using the VT.
Ooh, Vesper.
Big counter hit.
Let's get this ender. Okay.
Best that you could get.
Good block. Hands off. This is still looking very dangerous for Vesper right now. I feel worried. Oh my God.
Ooh.
I feel like I'm watching a horror film. You gotta get away.
Trying to.
Oh, he's so. Woo! That was so close. Vesper on the board.
Keeping it alive right now.
Ooh, the little micro steps. He's trying to work his way through that Ty offense.
Oh,
Nice
what a whip
whip
punish.
He punched the bat.
Clean wall splat, just short.
Good block.
Hits him on the floor.
Ooh, he could have got lights out, right?
Yep.
That would have been sick. No!
Wait,
No!
wait.
What in the world?
He was 1 frame late on the punish.
I guess so.
But
Big knee counter hit.
This should kill it. Back 1-2. Yeah, keep it easy. And now Ty on set point. Doing a really good job of keeping this Negan in check.
Whoa.
The back, yeah, back.
That would have definitely hit me.
Yeah, back 2 homing move. Another counter hit starter from Marduk.
Down 4-1. Didn't work.
Good punish. Oh, the crab
Back
leg.
it's side switched. You call it the crab leg? I like that.
All right, trying to fight this way from this wall.
Looking for the counter.
Oh, this shoving match
So is
now.
Vesper.
Counter it.
Oh, he had him sideways.
Didn't confirm the intimidation 1-2.
Oh, big counter tie.
The thunder.
He's got the rage just in case he needs it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a 2-0 victory for Ty. Well done. He's going to proceed on.
He had some good moments with the Negan, but unfortunately, I feel like that whiffed hell sweep in the first game, like you mentioned, the static, it kind of just like
It happened to with a Negan wall combo too. He had a nice combo that was pretty much a layup ender that he didn't hit.
It's like it starts getting really disheartening, right? And it starts weighing on your mental, and you just start making more like unforced errors. They're unforced errors,
True.
right? And you start making more and more, and then it's like you kind of start getting like, man, why am I even here? What am I doing? It's just like, and Ty just like took his time, found his moments, and he's moving on.
That's like an emotional thing that it's hard to describe unless you play in tournament a lot. But it's even a thing you can feel sometimes. You're sitting right next to the other guy, and you know, maybe you land some type of whip punish, and you hear them curse like under their breath a little bit or something.
Or just like the body language.
You feel their mood, right?
Yeah.
And that's a thing that's difficult to control. But you have to, especially in the top 8, control it, because the more that you do that, the more that your opponent is going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and especially like, you know, like those two are friends, but it's like if somebody else sees something like that,
it's
like,
easier when they're your friend. You extra know their mental state. You just can tell.
But then it's like
I
you
know
see
he's mad now.
it's free now. It's like maybe not as that bad, but it's like good stuff to Vesper, making the top 8, having a strong showing, but unfortunately kind of
5th place finish for him.
Fizzling out in top 8. 5th place, not too bad.
I think it's respectable.
But oh man, another 2 friends have to play now. It's Nashi versus Joey Fury.
Yeah, so these two have been good buddies pretty much the entire show. For what I've seen, they've been hanging out, talking to each other, giving each other advice during their high-profile matches. And now's the time where they have to face off. The truth is that Joey Fury has a little bit more on the line. He's someone that has qualified before for the tour. He's someone within reach of this year's tour, especially with a big win here tonight. And, you know, he's someone that people always have big expectations for him.
Yeah.
With Nashi, it's the other way. As you mentioned, this dude is just Han Solo back from the brink. And he's been unfrozen. He's here to do some damage and enjoy himself. But that makes him an extra dangerous opponent for someone like Joey, because really Nashi at this point, he's proven so much that he has nothing to lose anymore.
That's the scariest dude. Like, you know, did Nashi think he could get this far? Maybe. But now it's like you're at the casino, man. You're playing with borrowed money.
Yep. Looks like somebody Fang versus Mark to start things off.
Get ready for the next battle.
Top 8 action here. Summer Jam. Biggie Gaming. Tekken World Tour Challenger event.
And a little bit of the lore, you know, part of the reason, you know, there was a time in like maybe, was it 2021? Like season 3, season 4, especially after, you know, before and right after Fang got buffed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a lot of Joey playing Fang in these online tournaments. Like almost superseded, it became like his main character, you know, going over the Marduk, it felt like. And part of that was because of him playing against Nashi so long in season 1, 2, and 3. It's like he already knew how good of a character Fang could be.
Round 1.
You start getting inspired by your trading partners. See what they do, you're like, you know what, I'll play some Fang.
Especially in a game like this where like kind of picking up new characters is not that difficult once you already have a strong understanding of the game. Sometimes you get a training partner, you just learn a character through, it feels like osmosis. It's like, oh, like what would Nashi do with Fang? And then that's like your starting point. But
Joey looking very strong so far. Nashi trying to use his movement to get in there, working those down forward ones. Nice break. Break while the button was active. And a good punish as well. Joey Fury, round number 1.
Nashi, those punch parries, especially once the pushback got nerfed and it was a more consistent punish. You got to be careful. Somebody like Joey's going to up forward 1-2 every time he blocks it.
Ooh. The big mid there.
Nice
step hop. A step hop into big damage for Nashi. Missed the ender on the combo. And Joey.
But Joey's not going to drop it. Back 1-2.
Another good. He has a lot of unscales, I realize. He has a lot of good, easy ways to, I just need a little bit of damage to finish the job. Marta. Nashi finally getting started with the low parry in round number 3. Shoulder for the damage. Ended up being a side switch.
Still fighting his way out of the corner.
While standing 4.
Ooh, 1, 2,
Whoa,
1, 4
that's
1.
scary. Counter hit.
Another one, and Nashi gets himself a round on the board here.
I can appreciate the stubbornness with the down back force.
Yeah.
Big
Python
low.
explosion, takes his legs out, fakes it out, goes for the mid that time.
Down 4-1. What are
Nashi-
you coming near me for?
Yeah, Nashi getting a little bit too aggressive.
Tried to fake him out there, but
Yep.
Joey didn't fall for it.
Oh, and
Wow.
the tracking on that down 4, clipping Joey Fury. Joey doing a real good job. You know, on paper, the Feng Wei is supposed to be the one that kind of dominates up close. You know, really fast moves, really good tracking, good counter hit moves to make people scared. But Joey, you know, has experience in the Feng. You know, I'm going to block a little bit. I'm going to make him get a little bit too aggressive. Boom, counter hit up forward 3. Boom,
True,
counter hit
true.
down back 2. You pick your spots, you make them overextend a little bit too much, and you get these big counter hits.
That being said, Nashi didn't really get a chance to establish much of like the Feng rope-a-dope in that first game, which is really what you need if you're going to make Joey, you know, do some forced whiffs or, you know, find some nice damage, something like that. So we'll see if Nashi can work a little bit more of that into this game number 2.
All right, going back to Domo de Sirio. Tried this against Genghis Don, and he made that comeback in the second game. We'll see if he can tie it up against Joey.
Round
A
1.
lot of yelling between these two.
Yep.
Fight.
They've got some big energy. Counter hit from Joey. This might be an early balcony, not quite.
Controlling the wall here, almost in the corner. Nice
Low
low
parry.
parry.
Took away his momentum.
That's a common punch parry setup, so, you know, Joey tried to go low, trying to beat it out, and then it's like really one of those I know that you know kind of mix-ups.
Nice duck.
Controlling the wall here. Nashi not fighting his way out, getting the counter hit headbutt.
Round 2.
Nashi being very committal now with his short steps and his ducks. Trying to make sure that when he makes that big jab whiff that he gets some free damage.
Catches him with the mid at the end.
Oh my
trying to
god,
fishing-
Joey.
Just
the
so
pressure.
Just so many big hits adding up, and Nashi, 15 seconds in, he's in
He
rage.
was treating Feng like a punching bag for most of that round.
Yep. And now, again, you get the big life lead, you slow it down, you try to... You don't need anything big right now to finish Nashi off.
Step. Wow, nice leg lift. No, too many hits. Man, I said it before, but I feel like I'm seeing that static this time from Nashi. It's like the little things that, you know, if he was playing at home comfortably, he'd hit them every time. Right now, he's struggling just a little bit when it matters. Back one didn't work. And Joey, big counter.
Hit. 40 damage on right there.
Ooh, and the mix-ups, too. You're looking for the other option? Psych. This is a mind game, my friend. And the block. Joey Fury.
Yeah, more specifically, like a backdash block.
Fight.
Finishes it.
Good step. Oh, nice. Excellent answer as well. Got the lift and got some small damage. And Nashi in a great spot now.
Another leg lift.
How's it taste?
Hungry Tiger.
You're looking for my down back threes, aren't you?
Baits out the delayed hop kick, but only minus 11. Finishes the string.
This is dangerous. Joey.
No duck. Spends the rage. He's in the corner. Nice
block. He didn't launch it. Woo! This is getting scary.
Final round.
While standing 3, I wouldn't have been surprised if it whiffed, but at least a while standing 1-2.
Down 4-1. He beat him to the punch.
Yep.
Excellent timing by Joey Fury. And a nice way to finish the combo on the sidewall splat.
Oh,
Woo!
finishing
my-
these strings.
No, he's done. He's cooked. Joey Fury. He can handle the heat.
Nashi out of the tournament at 5th place. Had some good spots in that second game, but man, Joey's doing a really great job in this top 8 of finding those big counter hits, especially that up forward 3 counter hit.
He's
Huge
making
juggle
that
starter.
move look amazing, as it is. It's such
Yep.
a solid tool, especially at the high level, and he's using it well. So Joey Fury is going to move on. And we're going to see some more XM matches for you guys soon. Once again, this is Big Eric Gaming's Summer Jam. Thanks to everybody that tuned in to watch it. Thank you to all the community that came in to check it out together. All love to the community here in South Jersey, South Philadelphia. And all the homies, everybody else all over the world that's watching. Appreciate you guys.
And it looks like we're going to get ready for winners finals.
Ooh, okay.
Shadow Liquid, Shadow 20Z.
Liquid. Whoop. I can almost hear the sound effect.
Too Ugly Esports' Genghis Don, first to 3. Man.
It's going to be a fire matchup. All right, Genghis mostly has been playing as Katarina this tournament. Shadow, a few characters that he could choose from in this matchup. We'll see what he asks for in the end. He's got the Zafina, he's got the Claudio. He's got a multitude of others as well available to him.
Yeah, especially in a first to 3, I feel like Shadow's more likely, especially like if he gets up like an early 2-0 or something, he's more likely to try to throw his opponent a curveball with that Kazuya or that Ana or something like. Because like first to 1 Ana or first to 1 Kazuya can be super scary to deal with. Especially the way that he plays that Ana in particular. It feels like he starts off being really slow and solid, and then out of nowhere, that's when he busts out the full crouch low and takes out your legs, and then for that final round that he needs.
Yep. So this one is a super critical matchup. They both have a lot on the line here in this tournament for the top 3. Yep. But Genghis Don is the one, and that's the highest placer out of everybody that's left in the tournament.
Yep.
A win for him tonight, plus 220 points, and in an excellent position to possibly qualify for the tour final. Shadow 20Z and Joey Fury both not too far behind.
And we need some more U.S. representation on that leaderboard, because right now I believe it's only Anakin. I think Anakin's somewhere in the middle, like 15, 16.
Yeah, Anakin's he's in there still. He'll be, I believe, also at Italy. He was here, so was Cuddle Core, 2 of the people that are relatively high up on the list. But tough tournament, let me tell you, they're out of it. Okay. Welcome to Tekken.
Katarina Alves.
No surprise from Genghis with the Katarina. He still sometimes has that pocket Fakaram. Even with the nerfs, he'll very rarely bring it out in tournament. But Shadow still sticking with the Zafina.
Pretty lucky infinite stage to start things off. Best position that you could be as the Zafina.
Yeah, man.
Top 3 backdash in the whole game.
It's so weird, you know, there's 3 infinite stages, but sometimes it feels like it's a 50-50, whether or not you get infinite or any of the other walls.
There was a time that all we had was this snow stage. Let me tell you, Chad, I played that version.
The arcade version?
The only infinite stage that we had. It was the snow. You had to deal with it. Bring a jacket.
Had to backdash both ways, no shoes.
Round 1.
In the snow.
Fight.
All right, Zafina versus Cat.
All right, this feels weird to say, but this is kind of like a new guard, old guard, new guard kind of matchup too. Like it feels weird this late in the game, but like Shadow's kind of like that older generation, you know,
Shadow,
coming out of Tag 2.
Genghis is the one that's on the come up. You're not wrong about that. Shadow, of course, also in a strong position.
Shadow, like I said before, I think Shadow is, you know, top 2 if not top 1 in the U.S. right now, especially in terms of consistency and how he plays. But
word. But you know, we can theory fight for our heroes all we want.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's gonna come down to this in-close matchup between the 2 of them. Both players trying to use their movement.
You don't get top 3 at Evo being as a fluke.
No.
So Genghis is gonna
big rage
cash
drive.
out.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, the 50-50. If you stand up straight, that mid clips you. If you stay down, you might get hit with a low instead. So great mix-up to end the round with.
Having those situationals available is important. 4-4-3 from Shadow. And once again, he's getting tricky with those stance mix-ups.
Just hopping away in Scarecrow.
Come to me if you like. Got the counter hit and the conversion. Shadow 20Z.
Genghis in rage. His final 25%.
Nice interrupt.
Not dead yet, but the back 1+2.
Round 3.
Pretty good annoying answer. There's a Fino off the down 4 at 1 string.
Yep.
This time he didn't question it. He let it happen.
Pressure.
So far, Shadow is looking comfortable. Pretty much pressing whatever button he wants. Down back 2 gets him the counter hit.
Floats her. Oh, okay. Big counter hit.
Genghis coming back.
He's evening up the life bar. Little step.
He's so hungry for that rage drive.
And this is where I was talking earlier about, like, in situations like this, it could be, you kind of have to force your way in as the Katarina, and Don has been successfully doing that. Spends the rage drive again, but the
Nice
low
low
parry.
parry. He knew a low was coming.
Round 4.
100%. And Shadow 20Z with the lead.
Shadow's clutch factor. Low life situations like that, it's not to be messed with. Always feels like he makes the right decision.
Oh, just like that. You thought it was a low, but instead takes this down forward 2.
Ooh, gets
Wow.
confirmed. Yep.
Uh-oh. Genghis. Don't let it happen like this. Spring kick.
Counter
Down back 2
hit.
again.
Still
Putting
alive.
in so much work.
Chilling out in Tarantula. You come to me.
By the way, I go under stuff too. Counter hit 4. Genghis.
Going for the good combo.
It's
Keep
a
him
last
close.
gasp here from him. Save the rage. That was dangerous. He almost got stepped. And the down for a 1. Stop in the mix. Shadow 20Z. 1-0 right now. Winners final.
Yep. First 3. Yeah, stage select. You gotta
Yeah,
try.
get outta here.
You need some walls. You gotta try and pin this character down.
True. It could be the difference maker. We'll see what he opts for.
And especially those Katarina wall combos. You get a clean splat. You get the, you get the up forward. I believe it's up forward 3 into
Yeah,
the punt.
You can also get the 3 series if you want there, or she has a flip over ender too, I think.
Yeah. And then once by the wall, they can't backdash from any of your really scary, damaging lows. But getting some
He's getting some big advice. That's what he's getting right now.
from JJ Breeze.
First you got to zig, and then you got to zag, okay? And then back 1-2 into down back 4. You got this. Woo. I told you they were going to feel the heat tonight. And they're definitely feeling it here in the winners finals. It's a huge moment, of course, for Genghis Don. But best believe that Shadow 20Z, he's the man with the plan coming into this tournament.
Ready for the next battle.
The plan is qualified, just in case you were wondering.
Game 2 coming in. Going back to the arena. He did this against Nashi. But Shadow, he don't care. Infinite, walls. It's like, I'll beat you wherever, bro.
She got wall combos too.
Yep.
Just like
And
that does.
if she gets the wall control, you can't get away from that 4-4-3 into stance. This character can harass you for days.
Oh, that's a combo.
Eats the counter hit, string.
Whee!
And right there, we're at the wall.
Zafina World, welcome to it. And
Yes.
Genghis got away thanks to the while standing 3 series.
Gets a wall
That
splat
was excellent.
conversion.
Whoa, the double wall splat. Give me this juicy damage. Genghis. Time to pillage, just like the name.
Watch your
Using the
legs.
plus frames on the 1-1-2 to get some great pressure. And an excellent finish at the wall. Genghis Don.
Round 2. Fight.
What a step. Wow.
No
She went
punish.
under it.
Yeah.
You're a
but-
cheater, Zafina.
But that should have been a hop kick.
She did some limbo stuff. You seeing this? A forward 1 to extend the combo. Wow, that was a perfect way to end it. Oh, my God.
counter
That's
string.
stuff. That is stuff.
Oof.
Think upon your actions.
Fight.
3 series. He didn't finish it.
Big
Counter hit.
Counter hit. Clean wall
Ooh,
splat.
the carry.
What
Are
a
you Shadow?
what a
Calculated.
great carry.
Nice duck. I've seen that movie already, says Genghis.
We got a clean wall splat.
He did get
Moha.
it. Wow.
Nice.
Fake out. But Shadow, he dealt with it well.
And then again,
Nice punish. Genghis. What a rage art.
through the throw. Getting a little handsy.
That was some big brain stuff from Shadow 20Z, using the armor on the rage art. And he's putting himself in a great spot to win this game number 2.
Fight.
Genghis trying to play it quick up close.
Nice punish.
Quick punish again. That he's definitely got down. Whenever Shadow misses, you can see that Genghis is ready to sink in the fangs.
3-3-3 string, spiking him down, trying to control this wall, but Shadow
Down for 1 again. He
Shadow
stopped
just
that
has-
Harrier trick.
He's got the best read onto when to finally press a button and respond. Nice
Low parry.
We can't kill here, so what's the setup?
He could get funny with the rage drive. Instead, he's going. Okay, here it comes.
Plus a million. Into the low high.
Still living.
On a sliver. Shadow time.
Wow.
Oh, how does he do it, man?
Boxed. Shadow 20Z.
It starts getting into these like 15, 10-second range, low life.
I don't get it either.
And Shadow could be like one hit from losing, and all of a sudden, like, man,
he
it
lives
feels like
in the Matrix. He's got a time stop power or something. It's intense. Shadow 20Z.
Shadow's ability to just clutch out these low life, low timer situations is just amazing.
Genghis Don has a look on his face that I don't think I have seen the entire tournament. He looks a little defeated. I'm not going to lie to you.
And Shadow, as always, just feels like it's just like another day in the office for him. He's like
almost giving him the look a little bit like, you okay over there, man? You all right? Shadow 20Z, Team Liquid. Ugly Esports.
So we've seen 2 games already, and we've seen, Shadow's up 2-0 right now. What do you think Genghis needs to change it up here? You think it's like sometimes like one of those things like, do you think Genghis is doing anything wrong, or Shadow's just doing everything right?
I can only look at it in the standpoint of what I would do. I guess if I was Cal, obviously he's much better than me.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some tools that I would use a lot more of that he doesn't use. He hasn't really used back one like almost the whole match, which I think is a pretty good move against Zafina. Step back one, sometimes you back 1-2, and you kind of establish your, hey, stay still, girl, relax, take it easy.
Yeah.
Of course, he's the one in the hot seat right now.
The 10 hit just comboed on the wall.
Hey, why not? Sometimes you need those lucky breaks. Got the wall splat thanks to the down 4-1-4. I feel like everything is working right for Shadow right now. It's going to make it extra tough for Genghis here. The game wants him to win.
Shadow just looking strong this entire set right now. Weaving in between those stances.
That's right, giving him the Scorpion's tail there. And a down back 2 again.
Challenge the Harrier?
He knew exactly what was coming. No. Almost got the splat for it.
That down back 2. So the tracking on it is so weird. It avoids some things. A huge counter hit payoff.
Yep. It's in crouch, so of course she goes under highs. Everything about it is a good move.
Don trying to force the issue with this Harrier stuff, but Shadow just blocking everything, not letting it bother him. No punish on the Scarecrow 2-2.
Oh! 3 series. Didn't work. Wow.
Another counter hit, down back 2. Pressure. You can't do anything. You just gotta eat it all, man.
Shadow's just too much for him right now. And Shadow 20Z is gonna make it a 3-0 over Genghis Don. Genghis is gonna have to hold that L and think about it down in the losers bracket.
Yeah. Just Shadow looking super strong this weekend. The Zafina doing so good. Like I mentioned before, just weaving in all that stance pressure. Great defense. Had some clutch low parries, low blocks, and a lot of those low life situations. And
he could smell a little bit of what his opponents weren't ready to deal with on defense too.
Yeah.
I won't go as far as to call it a flow chart, but you have like your kind of your series that you keep for, okay, they look like they're in trouble right now, and it's kind of, you think of like your KO punch just to knock them out and finish them off. And he was very good about that third game.
Yeah.
He used a few of sequences that Genghis just was not ready for, finished the job, got him with the Scorpion's tail a couple of times. And Shadow 20Z now is going to be in the grand finals.
And we got a top 4 of killers right now. We're going to get losers semifinals is on the stage, getting ready right now. Ty versus Joey Fury. Woo! This is just like an ICFC now bracket at this point. It's like you got dudes that played each other for years at this point, all familiar with each other's tendencies, play styles. And again, we were talking about earlier, it's like, you don't know who's going to win when it comes down to it.
True. So Ty, he's certainly the hero of this tournament. As I said, he's a local PA monster. He's been grinding for quite a while, but he is going to have a little bit of a weakness in this match, and that Joey Fury is a bit of his mentor as of late. He's even talked about that in his latest interview. And he's, you know how it is, he's probably coming to Joey all the time like, hey, I have trouble with this. How do I deal with it? Hey, I have trouble with this. How do I deal with that? Meanwhile, Joey has the advantage of kind of knowing what a lot of Ty's weaknesses currently are, and he can certainly use that as a plan of attack.
Yeah, and you're like, both play Marduk as a character.
Ah, yeah, good point, huh?
Ty's got the Brian in the back pocket. Joey's been using more Jack as well. We'll see what they bring up to this thing. Might be Brian versus Marduk.
Looks like Ty is going to be on the player 1 side. Joey on player 2.
No mirror match. Highlighting the Brian.
Brian Fury! Man, I love those Tekken 8 trailers. They're too good.
I'm still. What do you think?
Tekken 8!
What do you think about that new Brian laugh? Like the new Brian voice.
I'm
I
too
guess,
used
in
to the
general,
old one,
right?
so you know how it is. Of course, it's gonna get you because you're just so used to the old one. But I've been hearing that Brian laugh for so long.
Especially off of the Fisherman Slam, I really miss the old laugh. But when he's just going like wahoo when he hits you, like it kind of, I might get used to it after a while. What do you think about Tekken 8 in general? Did you play any of the network tests?
I played a lot during the second network test. I mostly played Jun Kazama.
That's what I figured. Yeah,
I had a good time with her. She was a lot of fun. The heat mode system really lends itself to an extremely aggressive style. The main thing that I would take away from it at the end of the day is that I feel like when you try to explain the heat system to someone, it sounds really complicated. But when you sit down, and you play the game for like a half hour, you understand immediately.
Yeah, and speaking of heat, Summer Jam top 4. We got some TWT points on the line. Challenger event. Paragon's Ty versus
right.
FaZe
PAR's
Clan.
Ty, baby. Party.
Yeah, FaZe, Love and Care, Joey Fury on the other side. Good low parry pickup. Setting up for the taunt. Joey Fury just waiting and slow tech rolling away from the wall. You don't want to tech roll into that taunt, especially against somebody like Ty. He hits you with that taunt. He'll hit you a taunt jet upper on open stage if he can get away with it.
Ooh, nice break. That is a guess.
Yep. Stagger. Nice little step.
Okay,
Not dead
Ty.
yet, though. Oh, max range tackle. Doesn't block the punches. And like that, Joey gets the first round.
Round 2. Fight.
Punish. Hatchet.
See ya.
Both
Ty playing it close to the chest right now.
Both these characters throwing bombs, like scary counter hits on both sides, and the orbital over the down 4. Do we get a clean wall splat? Yes, we do.
Did.
Oh, he
No.
wanted the fancy combo. But
I don't think he was allowed to do the one there. I think he had to go straight into it.
Maybe double Python explosion. I think the wall angle wasn't perfectly
Something
flat.
about it was off.
But
No,
that
he
is
didn't break. He did not break.
Is he dead?
Big combo
He's
punch
dead.
from Joey. Rage art. It's going to be enough.
Yeah, it's 100% enough. He went for the sequence 2 that does a little bit more damage, too, instead of the normal down back 2. And you don't... Oh, one failed tackle punch, one failed 1+2 break, and you're 2-0 in the hole right now. And this is just first to 2.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Marduk is so great at that actual MMA style, all right? Now you have to watch for the big down forward 1s, the up forward 3s, and the goodies, but you got to watch out for all the throws, the tackles, the 2 break onlys, and of course that 1+2, the big command grab that gives a combo.
Sidestep,
go,
jet
Ty.
upper. One.
No, he was late.
And then the running tackle breaks
Nice
it this
break,
time.
okay. That could have been worse. We take those.
No break on the 1+2. Oh,
Wake
gets
up. Nice break. Come here, buddy.
Oh, these guys are just grappling now.
Dangerous situation here for Ty.
Threatens the wedge driver, but
Down
cancel
for
it.
one. Nice, he interrupted it. Wow. Good job, Ty.
And
Use
Ty,
those down forward 2s as well.
Ty at the end of the round there doing what you kind of have to try and do against Brian. You have to kind of bully him. You have to smother him. You can't give him the space to let things... Give him a lot of space to get things going. Otherwise, you got to worry about tackle. You got to worry about DF1, counter hit stuff.
Interrupted the power crush there with the low, and he's working the legs.
Back 1. Getting pushed towards the wall slowly.
Ooh, good block, but he didn't punish.
Yeah.
4-4-2 didn't work. Ty still with a nice lead. He's playing so compact right now. With punish. He finished it, and Joey gets the punish.
No!
Oh, it almost was a nice block. Joey Fury was so close from getting a wall splat there, but Ty held strong.
Yeah, I talked about Shadow earlier being consistent in the clutch. This top 4 is full of... all
big
4
trade.
people now are people that are consistent in the clutch.
Nice. He knew Joey would approach, and Ty had a trap waiting for him.
Huge life lead.
Back
Back
one.
one. Back 1 again.
He just needs one little poke to close it out. And he gets it again with the down forward 2.
Just keeping it mids. That he's just, like, we've seen it before from people this weekend, from stuff like Nashi, even Joy before. That one time you decide to go low, Joy busts out the low parry, and it's like, why did I go low right there?
And that's the one comeback factor that someone like Joey is going to look for there. So by trying to close things out with the down back 2 that way, yeah, you got to really sweat. It's a sweaty way to close the round out, but it's also a much safer way. You don't give them the opportunity to use their rage, get that low parry, and come back on you. Infinite stage.
Yeah, he was getting locked down a lot of situations, getting to the wall, having to, like, guess that taunt situation. However, the taunt never really came into, never hit. But the threat of the taunt, you just take away the walls. Now you don't get, the super great wall carry from Brian. You don't have to worry about those taunt situations as much. Ty does have some mid-screen, taunt setups that if you're not paying attention, he can hit you with. But
yeah, this is a very advanced type of pick. Normally, a Marduk player would not think to go to an infinite stage. By doing this, not only does he turn off those mix-ups that you're talking about, but he has the ability to still combo into his command throws and establish his own pressure and keep him close while making it so that Ty can't use his most optimal combos.
Yeah, a lot of Marduk's combos, if he's not trying for wall carry, he pops you up in the air, and then he has enough time to run up on you and force, like, something in BTS.
Yes.
BTS low, BTS tackle, command throws, so
it's a very advanced stage pick.
Yep.
Nice answer there with the while standing 3 and got the counter hit.
And he's going for the big combo too.
He landed it. Well done.
Taunt. Yeah, see mid-screen. Oh, he hit it too.
No, didn't get the J. He did not get the JU. He tried for it.
Yeah, just because there's no walls, Ty just, that was a warning shot right there. Ty's like, just because there's no walls, you're not safe.
Big
trade in Joey's favor.
Round 2. Fight.
And another thing with this stage pick, if Joey does get a really early life lead, he gets the chance to just slow the pace of the match. He doesn't have to go in anymore.
Nice whip punish, speaking of.
You wouldn't think of, like, defensive Marduk, but Joey does play it on occasion where he just runs away for, like 10, 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is the dynamics of their matchup. He's working to Brian, and again, another big trade. Down forward 1, whip punish.
Big whip punish. And like that, the stage pick, 2 quick rounds for Joey.
Ty again establishing the close range.
Hatchet.
And using those hatchets.
Separating Joey. Like I mentioned, just on a drop of a dime, just slowing down the pace and then picking it back up again.
The range on the tackle. It hits so late. Fake outs left and right, but Joey does have the lead. Nice mid. All right, 3 rounds straight there for Joey Fury.
Yeah.
The infinite stage pick was a solid choice.
If you're tied, you just, go back to Howard Estate where you won. It's not that easy, right?
Yeah, pick something comfortable.
But
if we're just going to play the stage race game, because Ty broke out and got the first game, we can play this game. We can back and forth and, hopscotch, and Ty can still be at advantage at the end of it.
Yeah, it's first to 1 now. Winner has to play Don in losers finals.
Sook it is.
And, Don is the one that put Ty into losers bracket, so he might be looking for that run back. On the other hand, as I mentioned earlier, Shadow's the one that put Joey. So, whatever happens, it's going to be a grand finals or losers finals run back at some point.
It's going to be chaos. It's funny to see that the 3 guys that are feeling the heat the most, all 3 of them are in the top 4, confirmed now.
And they're getting pretty decent points. Even 4th place gets you 70.
Yep. Ty's the one that's the only one left that can play spoiler is Ty.
Just throwing things, yelling. Everybody in Tekken is so angry. And then you got Shadow and Zafino over here just being all calm.
He's trying to upgrade to a Tesla.
Yeah.
It's all right. Popular stage choice, of course, Sook for Brian. Any stage that's small, he loves.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. Super small stage. Brian wall carry, really great.
Yep, and then when your back is to the wall, the taunt tricks become extra effective. Right now, Joey is not worried about any of those things. He's got a strong and composed defense.
And another up forward 3 finds the mark.
Fight.
Tackle, broken.
Trade.
Wow. He took advantage of that moment of weakness while Ty was recovering. To get in close.
Catch a tick. And because of that up forward 1-2, you can do it from crouching, so it's a great punish on the hatchet kick.
Big trade again, Joey, and he's in. He's in and then some. And I see Ty getting very active on his defense, but also a little bit predictable with those orbitals.
Yeah, Ty's got to go.
Low parry.
He's got to force the issue here.
Got to slow him down any way that we can.
Gonna stay down, slow roll again. Yeah.
He got out of there, though.
And you can just get a. He's got to start predicting that and maybe going for a down 4. If they stay down, you can just hit him on the floor for free. Big counter hit, though.
It's going to be close. Can we finish the job?
Ba, ba.
He got it. Very last hit and Ty. Counter hit again from Joey.
Catch it.
Ooh, the slugfest. Let's go.
Down 4.
Up close chaos.
Wolf's tail. Joey just blocking everything. 1, 2, 3. Breaks.
He's ready. The orbital didn't work. And now they're battling it out. Ty down back 3.
Jabs him out of the down back 2. Super scary. Both these characters, like one bad trade, all of a sudden it's a counter hit starter that you're trading with.
It could be over right now for either player. On the drop of a dime.
Oh,
he got the back 1 counter hit.
And still in the clutch, going for the. He could have gone for the easiest combo anyway, but he's still double knees, going for as much damage as possible. Now, final round. Who's moving on to losers finals against Genghis Don? What
Down
a whip
for a 1,
punish!
the big punish. Ty was trying to establish pressure with that Kurosoka back 2. Now he's on defense mode. Guessed correctly.
+1 on that
Nice
back
block.
3.
Nice step as well. He could have got more. Wow, again, Joey with the step this time. And the counter hit. Got the wall. Nice block. Ty.
So much damage.
He does have the rage available.
He held
big
back.
Whiff. Big whiff. Down for 1. He didn't confirm it. Oh my God, so close. Ty.
Back 1. He done it that
Good
time.
block. He punished it. And the low from Joey Fury on Pixels to survive the match against Ty.
Joey almost clutched that out.
That was crazy.
He could have punished with the Marduk up forward 1-2, but the 1-2 left Ty alive with just a little bit.
That was so close. Could you imagine if Ty confirmed the down 4-1 series? It was over. Yeah. That was it. That was insanely close, guys. You don't understand. That was crazy.
There's a timeline where Ty just gets that confirm, and he's the one in losers finals. But a battle of inches and. You know, the local hero, the young man Ty, out at fourth place.
Ah, he was so close, man.
But all 3 guys who need these challenger points. Now this is our top 3, Spooky. Don, Joey, and Shadow. Any one of these guys, they win this event. They are in the top 19.
I swear, I didn't mean to script it like this when I was like, yeah, these are the 3 guys feeling the heat. But sure enough, the 3 of them are all in the top 3 now. Shadow on the winner's side. Genghis and Joey Fury will have to battle in the losers to see who's going to get their chance against Shadow 2 sets in the grand finals.
Ty losing to Don, losing to Joey, losing to the guys in the top 3. It's like, you know, sometimes like it's the best feeling and the worst feeling at the right time. Because a lot of these times, especially, it was so close. Ty could have won it there.
Dude, I'm excited for the future after seeing Ty in that match. That was crazy.
This game has gone so long that it used to be, and you know, you might agree with me here. It's like I used to tell people like, play this Tekken so you can get good for the next Tekken. This game has gone so long that somebody like Ty that started in like 2017, 2018, he's an amazing player. He's world class
That's
already.
one of the greatest things about Tekken, okay? This is the truth. There's a lot of other fighting games out there, okay? And you play one and the new one comes out and some things are familiar, but some things are just different and off.
Yeah.
With Tekken, it doesn't matter if you play Tekken 2 or Tekken 4 or Tekken 5. You jump into one of the new ones, and there's just something about it that feels familiar immediately off the bat, whether it's how you move or how the strings work or the characters, whatever. There's just something about it that sticks with you.
Yeah. It's a it's a legacy game. There's still there's so much level. Even if they change the backdashes, they change how the sidestep feels, or they add heat or bound or tailspin, or
I'm telling you,
or whatever the new one is. Tornado, I think, is the new one, the new juggle mechanic. It's at the end of the day, it's still gonna feel like Tekken.
It's the same thing. You just have longer combos, and you get to have fun and enjoy yourself and go heat mode all the time. Anyway, you guys will love it. Definitely try Tekken 7, especially if you're excited for the upcoming release of Tekken 8, because trust me, you're going to have a good time.
All right, losers finals.
Oh, the yelling.
Don versus Joey, and we see the Fang come out.
Losers finals, 3 out of 5. Once again, guys, make sure to show your love to Ty for the exceptional performance tonight. Now we're coming into the meat of the potatoes and the down forward 2 counter hit for Genghis. He's going to get lots of damage.
Ooh, wow. Sidestep 4. Watch your legs. Can't kill here, but forced towards the wall. Another
He's betting
one.
it big, and it's working.
You know what?
Wow.
Very first round, I tell people, why go for the risky low at the end of the set? Why not establish it early when you still got rounds to give, when you still got a life bar to give?
Make them think about it and then forget about it. I don't use that anymore now.
Yeah, do it once and then never do it again. It's interesting that Joey going with the Fang. We saw Nashi play this matchup earlier in Winterside.
Yes.
And lose. But maybe, you see your buddy play, you're like, okay, I can play this character, I just got to do these little things different.
He was coaching a bit during that match, so perhaps he saw something that he could use to his advantage.
Yeah. And maybe he thinks playing the Marduk, maybe he feels like he would just get a little bit swarmed, a little bit too bullied. Fang's got the back Kempo, he's got the up forward 2, lots of little things, backswing blow, lots of little ways to try to make Don hesitate. Like that, up forward 2 right there.
Yeah. The auto sidestep. Genghis with the tiniest of leads.
Joey just waiting for something. 1-1-1 into the mid. Yep. No punish. Blue shoulder on deck.
Nice whiff punish. Excellent stuff.
We've seen it a bunch of times in this top 8 from Don. That little whiff at the end of the round, just give me a chance to whiff punish with this 3-3-3. Counter hit.
Counter hit. All right, Joey.
Another
that was a good answer.
4.
You want to mix me? Watch for my mix instead, my friend.
Yeah, especially
Down back 3.
I was talking about it earlier, how that when she's going into stuff into Harrier, you sidestep right duck. A character like Fang with the sidestep 4, that kind of accomplishes both things right there. And if they do go for the Harrier high, you go under it for a full combo. Really interesting choices from Joey right there.
Big ender. Genghis.
Oh,
He tried.
Ooh.
And Joey now at advantage at the wall.
Double?
Again. Joey Fury with the down 4-1 to close out game number 1.
Joey doing these risky, these uncommon strings, double down back, 1-4. It's just throwing the moveless at Don, making him have to think about more about what this Fang is doing. You overload somebody's brain and you make them think about too many things, and all of a sudden, they make a mistake somewhere. They short circuit. You see JJ coming up again. This is a little bit of betrayal here because JJ originally part of the Buffalo scene, and you see Joey right there.
He's like, hey, you helping him, huh? I thought we were homies.
Where's my help?
Once again, everybody, you're here at Summer Jam 2023 edition, Biggie Gaming. This is our Tekken World Tour Challenger event. Many points are on the line. 220 points available for first place, and all the top 3 care about that first place spot. All of them are looking to qualify and perhaps solidify a spot for them in the Tekken World Tour Finals.
Yeah, only 2 months left. November 5th, I think, is the last day to get a dojo event or something in.
Yep.
And then finals are in January.
Any of the 3 players getting a win here tonight puts them above the top 20, guaranteed.
I'm so happy about the finals. They're originally supposed to be in NA in 2020, and unfortunately, COVID, the pandemic happened, everything had to be canceled. So I'm happy that the North America gets to have its
it's been
regional
a while
finals.
Since we had it in NA. The last time was that San Francisco the last time? That was a while ago, so I'm happy to see it back this time.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying the travel the world experience, mind you, but sharing is caring.
Joe bringing him back to the arena. This is his stage of choice all weekend. Nice
Hop
punish
kick
on the hop kick.
Wow,
didn't
he
pull the
could have finished
trigger
it.
on the climbing dragon.
Down
Wall
back
low.
3.
I got these big lows too.
Mm-hmm.
And both these guys waiting. Oh, double
Oh,
low.
the mix. 1-1 into Harrier, and he got a small lead.
Get away from me. Get some space. Reset the neutral situation. One big counter here. One big punish.
He's faster. He's faster. Genghis Don with a down forward 1.
Round 2. Fight.
Slow motion. Nice block.
Great punish. Perfect punish. Gonna get a clean wall splat here. Boom, boom.
They got it.
Not guaranteed. It's a mix-up, but you don't want to stand up and eat the mid and get re-wall splatted.
Yeah, I gotta say, Genghis has really good wall awareness. We see him using lots of different extensions to make sure he gets the height he wants at the wall for the proper ending.
Exactly. This is, like we mentioned before, this is not a character that you see very often in high level. The other one that you think of is like Grolanda, but Genghis Don definitely showing that character expertise and showing it that DF1 again coming in the clutch. 2 rounds for Don.
Sidestep didn't work. Nice duck. Wow. How did he know that was coming?
You got the
What a
read.
read.
Yeah.
Got the wall again. Taking the stomp.
So much damage.
There's a little bit of a mini mix up there too, because if you choose not to get up, you know, she can press the advantage.
Double 1+4. Trying to keep this wall pressure. No counter hit, but the counter hit was 94. What a wait, and then beating him out with the jab.
They're suffocating each other at the wall right now, but Joey Fury has the lead. No crouch there.
Headbutt.
So close right now. 3 series. Oh my goodness. And the back 4. The magical 12 frames from Feng.
Yeah, the scariest things in Tekken is when you get that low life situation and both players just stand there and they do nothing.
Oh, the step hop. Stopping those Harrier tricks. And Joey getting as much carry out of it as they can. Down back 3, right under the jabs.
Punching the leg. Counter hit.
He's getting a lot of mileage out of his quick mid-game. But Genghis is not backing down. Back 1 into mix. Again. Nice step. But it didn't work. Wow.
The Harrier down forward 1 sent her a little bit too far, Bo.
Got him this time.
And final round, game 2.
They're both slippery. Big counter hit.
Forward shifting clouds 1. Clean wall splat 50%.
Took the shoulder.
Baby tantrum. Counter hit down back 3.
Psych.
Everything's coming up in this final round for
4-4,
Joey.
2-4 though for Genghis. And he's getting some nice wall damage as well. Joey just trying to get out of there. And he's creating space. Down back 3.
Whoa, what a check.
Quick little poke to finish the job. All right, certainly Joey's got to be feeling confident now. He's at advantage. His Feng pick is working well. Whatever he smelt with this Feng pick is delivering.
Yeah, and even though Don has gotten some good call-outs on the down back 3 and some other little things like that, you know, with punishing the back 1, it's like you can't stop using a tool like down back 3. It's all about, okay, he's picking up my timing, so let me just change up the timing and where I'm putting this move.
Distance, sometimes about doing it closer, sometimes it's about doing it further.
Yep.
Whatever it is that's making them recognize it, you got to change that up just a little bit.
Yeah, and Joey made that change, and all of a sudden the down back 3s are working again.
Nice
dodge.
crouch. Genghis has been pretty good about sometimes going for the mid, sometimes going for the high there.
Yeah,
but this time Joey was ready.
In open space, eating the mid is not a big deal.
True, true. It's better at the wall.
Yeah. That's when it becomes more risky.
There's the mid, speaking of.
Yeah, but just pushing towards the wall, not a big deal, just damage in that situation.
I think from Genghis, that's more of a mind game at that point to establish that I will do the mid sometimes.
Yep.
Down forward 2-1. Keeping the pressure. No! He finished it.
Nice
Good block.
Yeah.
But the 4 series is going to get a nice counter hit. And the Rage Drive is going to finish things for Genghis.
Feeling the people's elbow. Boom.
She goes right for the small of the back.
Little whiff punish on the down 4.
Hop kick, but did not finish it.
Yeah.
It was just for pressure.
But
4 series is going to work.
Again, gets the perfect spacing for the combo and quick rounds. Genghis still in this.
His wall game is on another level. I'm starting to understand its power.
Down 2. Trying to beat him to the punch.
But
Nice
check down the
float.
Harry and got the flow combo. Wall's there.
Shoulder.
Took the damage.
Up low.
Whoa, again. I told you they were slippery.
Harrier down 4-3. Trying to keep the pressure on with this Harrier stuff. Breaks the throw. One hop kick. One counter hit from Genghis Don. Could take this. Back one stop
It's
sign.
not enough, but the down 4 is Joey Fury. This is match point.
Yeah, potential final round for Joey to move on to grand finals against Shadow.
Big uphill battle now for Genghis.
Yeah, if he makes this comeback, he needs this round to stay alive. Counter hit.
That helps.
This
That
might
helps
kill.
tremendously. The wall is there. Here comes the ender. It is enough.
Oh my
It is
god! He needed the reset on the stop. That wasn't guaranteed, as we were saying, but
But he's kind of been getting that almost for free a little bit tonight.
yeah, no one's bothering to guess the mix-up. Normally, it's always guaranteed to go for up back 4. I think the punt, the mid punt
Yes.
kick. But he's being greedy for the damage, and no one's willing to contest it.
Nobody's really stomping him for it right now. Hey, sometimes you got to take it where you can find it. Tekken is all about the little things.
Especially at this level where it's like, well, I could get up and block low, but then is it worth it? Like, how much damage am I really, what's the damage difference? Like, he's in the heat, like, in a matter of frames, these guys are making really crucial decisions about how they want to block, what buttons they want to press, okay? And then, like, in a 1/10 of a frame, like, or a 1/10 of a second, like, they have to make these match-defining decisions. And that's why they're up there and we're here, Spooky.
True, true.
We get the...
And you're pretty good, Hawk. You should enter more.
We get the benefit. Listen, man, I'm taking a break until Tekken 8.
Okay, no doubt.
The last thing I want to do is, like, burn myself out, and then Tekken 8 comes out and be like, man, I hate Tekken. It's like, that's the worst case scenario.
You have a win at one of these, don't you? A Summer Jam or a Winter Brawl?
I won NEC 2018.
There you go.
A lifetime ago. But going to Arctic Snowfall, this is the benefit of Joey having that 2-0 lead, right? He finally loses one, and he's like, again, going to Arctic Snowfall, getting away from the wall, not having to deal with that Katarina wall damage. Great low parry. He gets to rely on his defense. He gets to run away if he wants to.
Yep. It's a different matchup, but the tactics are the same, which is that he gets to run all he wants, and he can
Counter
zig, he can
hits.
zag. Genghis Don with the Rage Art to close it. Ha ha ha.
Round 2. Fight.
1-1-1 this time. There's the mid and the high.
Nice block.
Insane.
These guys just...
Again.
These guys are living at range 0 right now. Running with the jab. Oh,
Good
block,
block.
no punish.
3 series.
Counter hit.
He's really shutting down the Harry after the 3 series. Consistently. Float.
Floats have the hop kick maybe? I don't know what he floated, but good pickup. Breaks the back turn mix up.
Got the knockdown. And got the mix again. Genghis. Down back 3. Did not
Doesn't
counter.
kill.
This is so close. Oh, he got it. He got there first.
2 rounds. Genghis Don making the comeback. Trying to bring it to 2-2. A final
4-4.
game.
He didn't finish it. 4-4-2-4 would have been some juicy damage there.
Great low parry from Don.
Extended combo. That was pretty nice. He milked it for as much damage as he could. Down 2, gets some damage, but no counter hit. And Genghis is still on his feet. But Joey is looking quick with the lows. Good block.
Oh, but
he could
not
have got
the
a better
best
punish.
Yeah, no hop kick this time.
Hop kick didn't work.
He's been doing so much down 2 that, he finally blocks the down back 3, and it's like, it's not the low that he was thinking about.
Ooh, the fake out. The mind games.
Full crotch
approach if
low,
you dare.
chunky.
Genghis. Nice timing on the blue shoulder. I need the shoulder to be wide to carry me. Joey Fury. Low parry. Stop the down back 3. That was a trash combo. Genghis. What's going on?
Like, sometimes you allocate all of your brain to winning the standing game, getting these low parries and stuff, that there's nothing left for combos.
I'm pretty sure he tried to do down back 2-4 and he double tapped. He got down back 2-2.
Yep.
Little input error there, but Joey's making him pay the price.
Nice block.
Down back 3,
Watch
going for the
the left.
desperation lows, and it's working. Look at the damage. He got him. Genghis. A clutch, a rage drive.
Joe is shaking the head right there. It's like, oh man, why did I duck at that? The worst time to duck.
It's all a mind game. You go for the lows first while they're scared of the rage drive, and then when they're finally frustrated with your lows, it's time to attack.
All right, now final game between these two. See Nashi right there. If there's one person I want to coach me while I'm playing Fang, it's Nashi.
Word.
But it's like, okay, infinite stage, we lost. Do we go back to walls? Do we stay on infinite?
He's got choices. He could also just switch to the Marduk. It is available to play. He's nodding his head. That nod says to me that this is going to be Fang again. We shall see.
Rematch.
Yep.
Final game, losers finals. Two ugly esports, Genghis Don versus FaZe, Loving Care Cleaners, Joey Fury. Who's gonna get the privilege to play Shadow 20Z in our grand finals?
Woo. First blood is definitely going to Genghis.
No, this is the
wow.
ender, but
The
keeps
combo
him
was so long
close.
it didn't reach.
Yeah.
Golden letters.
Clean, perfect for Genghis Don round 1.
Absolutely.
Joey's gotta stop the bleeding
Nice
here.
block.
Feels like Don's blocking everything.
He sure is. He's stopping a lot of those down twos, which is kind of usually a free little low for Fang. Hard to see.
Little backdash, no punish though. Oh, the headbutt. You rarely see that in neutral.
Huh.
Counter hit.
Tried to go for the duck and cover, but Joey. Easy combo and gets the finish.
Not quite a perfect, but close enough. 1-to-1 on rounds.
A significant answer back. That's for sure. Oh, again, he finished it and it worked.
But low parry this time. He tried to go for it again.
I imagine Genghis is trying to do something funny, like block the first and low parry the second one, something like that.
Maybe, yeah. Joel beats out the down back 3. Oh, full crutch low chunking.
He's getting first with the punch quite a lot here. Genghis, this is looking great for him. Again.
Yeah.
Genghis, wow, the movements. And just like that, Joey evened it up.
Again!
Wow.
That's a
He can't
rerun
see
of
those.
That's a rerun of the very first round when he had to make that comeback. What were we talking about? Establish it early, don't do it, and then
Yep,
save
forget
it for
about
the
it.
end.
And it's working right now. Joey Fury. He got 2 clean ones with that.
And now he's on set point, but Don's been here before.
Good block. He backdashed.
Backdash that time.
Wow.
Great
That was sick.
options, but like,
He didn't punish or anything, unfortunately.
yeah.
I'm sure he had something in mind for that. We might still see it. Down back 3, reach quite far. It's close
Ooh.
again, but again,
Watch
down
your
back 3,
legs.
Genghis.
Well,
Low
look,
parry.
He can't kill, especially with that bad combo.
Nice block.
Autopilot at the sidestep 4, and now we're going to final round, Spooky. Who's going to grand finals? Who's getting these TWT points?
That's right.
Another sidestep
So
4.
much is on the line right now in the sidestep 4, making this mark.
Breaks the 2 throw.
Nice Kenpo. But Genghis answering right back. This is so close. Whiff on the forward 2.
Hop kick. Oh, no.
Nice low.
Double.
Again. It's so dangerous right now. Nice block. Joey Fury. You live by the sword and you die by the sword. Genghis Don smelled it when it mattered and got the punish.
Yeah, I think he did that. He did that sidestep 4. It got blocked.
That was like 1 too many times.
Yeah, I don't know if that was like an autopilot or actually like
He
conscious doing
forgot,
it.
a brain fart, something of that nature.
Super greedy though, and it didn't work out. Came down to the very last round, but
Good
now
job, Genghis, with the adjustment there at the end, by the way. That was a clutch.
he was down
block.
2-0 and brought it back 3 games to
All
get
right.
to this grand final set against Shadow.
So for Joey Fury, of course, all hope is not lost because we know he's the type that loves to travel and check out all the events.
Yep.
By getting 3rd place tonight, he's going to get 100 points, and that's going to put him at 350,
Yep.
which is a little bit short of that 451 mark that he's really looking for to try to be within the top 19. But it's still a good placing for him. It's a good spot for him to continue to travel around, check out some of the other tour stops, and see if he can make it in.
Yeah. You know, like you said, there's Italy next week. I don't know if he's going in particular. There's the dojos, more Masters events. The tour's not over. There's still lots of opportunities to get points. But one of these individuals that's on the stage right now is going to take home 220 and catapult themselves into the top 20. Shadow,
I'm so hyped.
Team
This is gonna be
Liquid
great.
Shadow 20Z versus Too Ugly Esports' Genghis Don. This is a repeat of our winners finals where Shadow kind of won pretty handedly 3-0.
It was pretty commanding,
Yeah.
but Genghis Don has had an opportunity to power up a little bit in the losers bracket.
Yeah.
There's no way that he didn't get a power up after that win against Joey. Certainly, his back was to the wall there, and he dug super deep, and he found his third win there.
Yep.
Even past the second win.
You make a comeback like that, and sometimes that motivates you. You break through, you ascend, you hit Ultra Instinct, and we'll see if they go. I see you guys in the chat. Who do you guys think? Who do you guys want to win in the chat? I see you guys. Shadow or Don?
Let us know.
Just mash on some names in the chat. Let me see what you guys are. What
You
you guys
could even
think?
say who you think is going to take the first set. Shadow 20Z does have a winner's bracket advantage, which means that Genghis Don, has to pillage 2 sets in a row if he wants to win the tournament tonight.
Oh, infinite stage, random select. It's like the worst feeling against a Zafina.
Yeah, that's... Is that like a magic trick or something? Shadow got the same lucky break twice in a row. Didn't the same thing happen in winners finals?
I think you're right.
That's pretty lucky over there, Mr. Shadow.
It was
Good
like
stuff.
it was a jour 2, but I think you're right. Yeah.
I'm telling you, sometimes the game just wants you to win. Katarina versus Zafina.
I feel like the way the first set went, there's lots of little things like that where Don getting a little bit too aggressive, eating some counter hit strings, and I feel like nobody this weekend has been able to really, fully defend against Shadow's stance pressure. Once he starts weaving in and out of Mantis, Tarantula, Scarecrow, not a lot of people have a real answer for everything.
Understood. And Shadow is so strong. As someone that happens to play both these characters, as Shadow takes round number 1, I would be much more excited to be the Zafina player rather than to be the Katarina player. It's a very tricky type of matchup for Kat versus Shadow can take advantage of all his great movement, all his great mix-ups, and honestly, his superior move list overall. Good block there from Genghis. But he's getting worked by that Scarecrow low.
Yep.
Round 3. Fight.
Little punish.
1-4, got the counter again. He's so good at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a move that too many Zafinas keep in their toolkit. We see Shadow use it all the time tonight. Three series didn't work. And again, the 1-4 Shadow with the Scorpion's Tail right after. Another good one.
Yeah, and the really annoying thing about Tarantula, she's low to the ground. Obviously, like a lot of mids won't hit her. But even if you manage to hit her with something, she just floats. She's like in a face down float state. So there's not a lot of characters that can reliably float her and get meaningful damage out of it.
True.
So it's like, all right, you take her out of the stance, but you did 5 damage, and it's just it feels so bad.
Some of the same reason I used to find fighting Eddie so frustrating when he would always go into his RLX and he had to take your smaller punishes and things like that. But Zafina can really dial that up to 11.
Yeah. And then on top of that in this game, her main weakness in previous games, she had the great movement, she had the stance pressure, she had a lot of stuff. She's got really good damage, combo damage in this kind of game.
Yes.
So it's kind of like characters like Fang and stuff, where these characters that are really good at mixing you up on the ground, and then they get a launch, and then they do really good juggle or wall damage on top of that. It's that's one of the main reasons why she's such a strong competitive pick. You got a character that can mix you up, plus frames, and then they do good juggle damage on top of it, just the complete package.
A powerful weapon from Shadow 20Z, the Zafina. Genghis Don sticking with the cat and going to Arena. It's been his favorite stage tonight.
Mm-hmm. But Don's started making some big adjustments. Otherwise, this is going to look like a repeat of the winners finals.
He's got to find some way to just throw Shadow off his game just a little bit.
Let's start this.
Round 1. Fight.
Game 2.
Underway. Genghis starting things off quick with the down 4-1s.
And Shadow has so much experience against this character. He's been playing Joonya
Yeah,
since
I
the
was
game
gonna say
came
I
out.
wouldn't be surprised if Joonya has a cat that he still plays pretty often.
Yeah, just like as a side character. We saw it. I believe we saw it
Yes.
in tournament this weekend. So yeah. So like, but even like season 1, even though this character has changed a bit since season 1 and 2, like, you know, those early seasons of Joonya playing Katarina, that's still like muscle memory.
True. She changed, like frame data wise, but her strategy did not significantly change outside of some new Harrier tricks.
Yeah. Genghis Don just struggling to get something big going. He's like, he's trying to wait for Shadow to make a big mistake that he can capitalize on, but Shadow's not giving it to him.
And that's the thing that he's going to have to work around. If he can't force Shadow to make a big mistake, he's going to have to aim small, you know, aim for the down forward ones, take your quick pokes, and force a lead. Force Shadow into a situation where he has to make a mistake.
That low parry is a good way of doing that.
Yep, he's pulling it off right now. He gets the wall.
Again, he's been so good today about getting that.
Oh, but
those clean
Shadow actually
splats.
stopped it.
Yeah, Shadow's the only one that was willing to get up and block low there.
No duck.
Nice.
Oh, what a read. It's a very popular tool at the wall because it's so evasive.
I mean, like, no one's blocked that stomp and no one's blocked that low
Down back
until
three,
right
no,
now.
True. Used the wild standing too, but he transitioned into stance, and that gives Genghis a chance. Genghis with the lead. Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. Woo! That was crazy.
Yeah, too much to absorb. And Genghis gets himself a round on the board here.
That was some chunky rage drive damage there from Genghis. Stand slow. Got the full conversion.
Goes in the stance there.
He's been using that up 4 1+2 a lot to end the combos and get extra tricky. And Genghis just trying to get the heck out of there.
Ooh.
Wow.
And now we're bringing out more of the moveset. The power crush
didn't
out of
work,
Mantis.
and Genghis still has a chance.
Just get out of there.
Ooh, nice slow. Wait a minute, Genghis.
Breaks the one throw.
4-4-4 didn't work.
Tried to duck jab the Harrier transition, but it wasn't there. And the 4-4-3 takes that round for Shadow.
I feel like Genghis was onto something near the end of that round, but it's still not enough.
Yeah, he's like, I feel like every round he's getting a little bit better and better at this matchup, but he's running out of rounds to figure it out.
And Shadow's defense impeccable. Good stomp there from Genghis. 1-1-2 and use the plus. Good chase as well. He's making it work. While standing one, but he did not finish the job. Nice block.
That's the first time we've seen Shadow bring it out today, and Don was ready.
Very popular comeback tool from Zafina, that big launcher low.
Yeah. And usually people aren't ready for Shadow to do it, but Don was. Step, not a big punish. Cat, not the best character if you want to play like this small Tekken, like this nickel and diming, like
yeah, that's
low
what I'm
poke
saying.
stuff.
He's got to go for the aim small, miss small.
Yeah.
But this is what he's forced into. Shadow's not an opponent that you can beat just by going for the maul. In fact, he's looking to maul you.
Ooh, tried to go for the power crush, but the low beat it out.
Nice punish.
Yep.
Big conversion.
Gets it this time, but
he mixed it up. He mixed it up. So he did not get a full combo, and that gives Genghis one last chance at life here. Rage drive for the plus.
breaks the one throw. Generic throw, but
Yeah.
I see the hands. Ooh, backdashes the low.
Oh,
Back
it's
one plus
close.
2.
Interrupt with the jabs, but it's still not enough. And working the legs. Shadow 20Z now with a 2-0 lead.
Don's so close there at tying it up, but that down back 4, and you saw he finished the string too. If Don had blocked that low and autopiloted while standing forward, that second hit would have beat it out anyway. Just Shadow just always trying to cover his bases.
He looks a little frustrated, but he's kind of at the edge of like that Tekken epiphany. You know what I mean? Where you really break through.
Honestly, I think this is Don. This like kind of like Shadow. I feel like this is Don's default expression though. It's just like,
It's like, all right, you got me. I see. Well, it's 2-0 right now in favor of Shadow 20Z. It will be a huge win for him. Plus 220 points. Putting himself solidly in that top 15.
yeah, like even if Don loses this 150, yeah, you said
Yeah, 220 will put him in the top
515.
15.
It'd be a 515.
Yeah, he would get if he gets second place, he gets 435, which would be like right below that 451 we were talking about, but still in a good spot.
Let's start.
Genghis has a little bit more to gain if he gets
Yes.
the W tonight. But of course, for Shadow, he'll gladly take those extra 70 points and keep on doing work throughout the rest of the tour.
Trying to get something going here in this first round of Game 3.
3-piece on the down 4-1. What a step.
Nice low parry.
Awareness.
We're going to get another clean splat. Yes, we are. How's he do it? And
I
now we
don't
see
know.
him
He just knows.
defaulting to that up back 4. You know Shadow wants to get the mix-up, so I was like, fine, I'll just go for the guaranteed option.
Fight.
Shadow so far.
Don trying to smother,
Yeah,
and then
true.
you just
Don is the
reset.
one that's really establishing the pressure right now.
But willing to just, like, you know, you do a little flurry of moves, you try to open them up, and then you kind of like back up. You reset. It's just like
The in and outs.
you try to give them room to hang themselves.
The
You see
smile
Shadow
and the
just
frown.
holding back. He's not even back dashing. He's just back walking.
He might be testing to see if Genghis Don has anything left in the tank there. Down 3.
And now got the life lead. It's like, I'm crawling on the floor here. What are you gonna do?
Hands off. Genghis is definitely establishing something with those regular throws. We'll see if it pays off.
10 seconds though. Shadow in
Plus.
rage. Spends it.
Plus
Plus
right
a
back. You must
million.
guess. And again, the low. Good block. Genghis. 3 seconds on the clock with that one, but he survived.
2 rounds in a row now. We cracking the code?
He's working on it.
Are we deciphering this Zafina?
Down 3. And again, lots of free low damage from Shadow.
Safe.
Oh, big miss on the hop, but the low parry from Genghis.
He's getting so much mileage out of these low parries. We can't get a clean wall splat, but we're going to push really close.
Big whiff on the 3. And Shadow's going to
Mid.
take the plus once again.
Goes low
Wow.
again. He's been going low every single time, but like you said, so plus that you can't low
You
parry
cannot
it
low parry there. So you either got to block
and punish.
or you got to take those.
Takes out the legs.
He's mixing up afterwards, too. He's definitely got Genghis on the back foot. Wall is there, thanks to the down 4-1-4. And
Big.
Shadow. Oh, my God. He's betting it big.
Huge life lead. Couldn't make the comeback. Potential tournament point here, Spooky.
Shadow 20Z will be a 3-0 victory.
Decent
He's
life
feeling it.
lead, but Don trying to bring it back.
Every low is making his mark.
Just
And
shadow
Genghis Don
blocking
can't establish
everything.
anything. Shadow 20Z is looking to close out the tournament, and he's going to take it tonight. Biggie Gaming's Summer Jam. Give it up, everybody, to Shadow 20Z tonight. First place.
Yeah, 3-0 in winner's side, 3-0 loser's side, grand final side.
A commanding victory.
Yeah, Shadow just looking so clean this weekend with the Zafina. Just looked dominant.
Absolutely. He came into it confident. He established his game plan. Even had his brother up in there in the top 8 too with them, which
Yep.
is great. That means that their training regimen is working together. And now he's going to be plus 220 points, which is going to put him, I believe, in 14th place.
Yep, and I think Don gets, you said 365. He
Yeah,
gets
so Don is going to
150.
get plus 150.
he
He's
get-
going to be at
515?
5 to 15.
So they're both actually
Yes,
now
they're both
on the
actually
leaderboard.
close to each other on the leaderboard.
Yes.
They're going to be around the same range, which is interesting because that means that now they're going to have a little mini saga going on, I think. But for Genghis, I'm absolutely curious what event he's going to go to next because he's in a position right now where he's kind of at the cusp.
Yeah.
What he's doing is working. He made it all the way to the grand finals here. He got a lot of big upsets, and so he's got an opportunity just as good as Shadow does to
Yeah.
make something big happen.
Yeah, like we said, 2 more months. There's dojos, there's masters events, there's more challengers to go to. Shadow, as we said a couple of times today, he will be there in Italy next weekend for Only the Best, another challenger event.
Big one. Tekken
But-
8 will be there too. It's going to be really awesome.
But all 3 of these, honestly, all 8 of these guys, Poke Shop not here as well, did a great job this weekend.
They sure did.
It's a very entertaining, very competitive top 8. Hope
I'm
you guys
so happy to be back in Philadelphia area, man. It's been a while. I really love what Biggie Gaming does. Tekken is one of my favorite games to check out and enjoy, and it's been an amazing weekend this weekend. The 3 that were feeling the heat the most, of course, Shadow 20Z first place, Genghis Don second place, Joey Fury third place.
Yep.
All 3 of them looking to qualify for this year's tour. 3 of NA's finest. Right now on the stage, they're doing a little bit of a ceremony. We got all the guys lining up, having a good time. Ty is also there, of course.
Yeah.
Congrats to him on the 4th place. Nashi.
Yeah, Nashi looked great. Like I said, Nashi looked like he looked like he's been out of the tournament scene for like a few years. Looked like he didn't miss a step.
His thing was great. He was so on point.
You know, Ty, the pride of Pennsylvania, the young prodigy, looking real good with the Brian and the Marduk. Brought it to the brink against Joey. That could have just as easily been a top 3 with Ty in it, right?
Yep, true that. So this was the full results. Pork Chop got 7th place. Unfortunately, he was not here to play in the top 8, but he still gets 45 points. Junior 20Z also got 7th place. 5th place was Nashi and iVesperX. Props to Vesper, man, he started the top 8 in winners bracket. He pulled off some upsets and a half,
yeah.
and I hope that you guys will definitely continue to watch his runs through the tour. Also, we had 4th place Ty. 3rd place, Joey Fury. 2nd place, Genghis Don. And 1st place was Shadow 20Z. Well done, Shadow. Right now, the players up on stage are getting their awards, their nice little medals and everything else, getting hooked up.
Hope you guys at home enjoyed all the Tekken action this weekend.
It was great. I had a good time, guys. Don't forget, follow BNE Esports, follow Biggie Gaming, follow Lord Bloodhawk _, follow me, T Spooky, if you want to know more about the tour all this year. Thank you, Bandai Namco Esports, for your support of Biggie Gaming and your support of the tour.
Yep.
All right, it's been freaking amazing.
And hopefully, you know, Winter Brawl comes around in January. We have a Tekken 8 turn. It'd be great if Winter Brawl was like the first Tekken 8 event, at least in the Northeast, the first big one.
Or there's also NEC in December. Usually is when he holds it. Excited for that one too.
Yep.
Super hype. Shout out 20Z with the win. He's holding up the plaque right now. Guys, don't forget to also follow here twitch.tv as Bifu Techie.
Yep.
Long running FGC channel holding you guys down at the various events. All love to Bifu. Thanks for holding it down.
You know, again, you know, also Red Bull, Kwamba for being partners for this event.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter too much for this one, but also shout out SNK, you know, holding it down for King of Fighters on the other streams as well. So, and Bandai Namco, like you mentioned.
Of course.
Oh. Congratulations to the top 8.
They're giving their congrats up on the stage right now. Everybody, hope you loved it. Make sure to follow all the homies like we talked about. If you want to see some more of what it was like in Philadelphia, just check out my Twitter. I took lots of photos of the players where I could. I took some photos of me just having a good time and traveling throughout the city and everything else. And I hope that you guys will love it. The next big event, I believe, is going to be Only the Best in Italy that I'll be at. Make sure to look forward to it. Some NA will be there.
You were there last year, right?
Yes, I was last year. It's right in the heart of Europe. Last year, it was Joker that got the big win. And that's what started setting Joker and Rife off into this year. They've been having both strong performances on the tour. Looking forward to it. I expect to see Sephi Black there as well. And, you know, the whole squad. We'll see what's going to happen.
Man, I'm looking for... It's like the Tekken action never stops. And it's always something new to look forward to. But that's it for us tonight here at Summer Jam. That was the last event of the evening. It's always cool to see Tekken, you know, ending the night, in my opinion. I know we got newer games, Guilty Gear, Street Fighter, and stuff.
I was excited and surprised. I was like, oh, Tekken 8 or Tekken 7 is the last game, huh? Let's go. So I was hyped. It was fun to watch. I definitely feel inspired after seeing some of the great matches, and I hope that you guys were too. Yeah,
I'm ready to kick it with the homies, you know, like that post-tournament cool-down section. Everybody's going to have some drinks, have some good times, but...
I got to catch Shadow and try to give him an interview before I go.
I mean... You're on the wrong side of the camera tonight, but set them free, Spooky.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lord Bifu. Thank you, everybody that watched the stream. I'm assuming this is the end, everybody, so you're all free now. You know what it is. Yeah. And see you guys next time, everybody. Thanks for all the love.
Have a good night, y'all. Enjoy your Labor Day.
Woo!
Going somewhere?
決めたから英語つけたら ¿Cómo son?
失敗バジゲッソ
Es hora de entrar.
Observa.
하드로 추지
Heihachi Mishima is dead. أريد معرفة الحقيقة.
Let's go. Willst du im Sparring gegen mich antreten?
Yoshimitsu Kento.
Eat this! What's done is done. 귀찮아.
Forgive me.
¡Bajaste la guardia!
Get ready for the next battle!
Big E's Summer Jam 2023 is brought to you in part by Red Bull. It gives you wings. Kanba, makers of the Titan 2, Drone 2, and Obsidian 2 fight stick. All are compatible with PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC. Bandai Namco. Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8 arrives on January 26, 2024. Fist meets fate.